Hello again.
Back for the third time.
Part 3.
Yep.
We had Taco Bell and we're back.
Yeah, got some Taco Bell.
We're now on a time limit.
Yeah. Mitch's department had to blow the fuck up. Call an ambulance. Call the ambulance. But definitely for me.
Yeah.
Mitch, I'd just like to remind you that you plied me with coffee before this.
I was going to have to, rip the paint off.
You've already destroyed my bathroom once today. No more.
The funny thing is I blew up your shit twice, but I, vented it and made sure no one went near it for a little bit because I'm polite. Phil's over here, smell my ass. No, I turned on the vent, you dickwipe.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Okay, let's continue.
The next question is, what is your least favorite and favorite slang term?
I hate the term no cap.
No cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's vibe.
Okay, if your least favorite?
Both.
Oh, both?
The issue is, I hate the word vibe, but it's so succinct and,
also
expresses
accurate.
such a very specific concept to our generation.
Mine's
that, I hate it, but,
it's a vibe is so nonchalant and non-committal, but also, it's a vibe, though.
Yeah.
Mine's head ass. I fucking hate it, and when I first heard it, I thought it was the dumbest shit, but now I can't not use it constantly,
yeah,
and I feel
because you are head ass.
I feel infected.
Yeah. Favorite one? Mood.
So you like mood, but you don't like no cap.
Correct.
All right. Because no cap is no lie, right? That's basically what no cap means.
I think. I have no fucking
I feel
idea.
old and slow.
I know, right?
Oh, God. Oh, man. But
Damn Skippy.
I do love Yeet.
I love
That's older,
Yeet.
though. Yeah, Yeet's great.
I use
No,
it. I hate it. But
oh my
fucking
god, that's
love
that
Yeet.
TikTok I showed you of how special forces operators will sound in 20 years. Did I show you that video?
No.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find it.
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
All right, next question is hold on, let me adjust my mic a little bit. Okay.
How do you think Primaris should have been handled?
Motherfucker. How do you think Primaris should have...
I'm kind of okay
I'm
with
pretty
Primaris
okay how
how they
they're
are now.
handled.
If I was to change it, it just would have been Primaris. It would have just been a update to the armor.
Yeah, just a true scaling.
Yeah.
Because the Mark 6 TAC Marines look fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Horus Heresy.
Yeah. And then who would win, Magnus or Teclis?
Magnus.
But Teclis is a god.
Magnus is pretty fucking close.
That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. I'd have to say Magnus because Magnus has the physical prowess to walk up and just bitch slap Teclis, but also
Yeah.
I feel like Teclis might be a little more magically potent than Magnus is.
Yeah.
Because there's the whole demon Primarch Magnus is just a shard of Magnus, not the whole Magnus, because Magnus got shattered bullshit.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So that's a rough one. Next question is across all of Fantasy, AOS, and 40k, who is the most powerful spellcaster / psyker?
No. We're going to keep it to tabletop.
That might be Magnus.
That might be Magnus
Yeah,
Teclis. Magnus Teclis. Okay,
Yeah.
Can we not do that then? Because that just goes right when I guess it's going to be Big E.
Well, no, because technically...
Okay, Armon, he's not as powerful as Magnus, but he knows shit.
Non-god-esque type, and that's Aramon.
Aramon, you think?
Yeah.
What about there's that one dude who 1v1 of the strongest bloodthirster that existed that wasn't, but after Scarbrand got yoked by Khorne, he was a Rex something, and he 1v1 a bloodthirster and
I don't know.
ended him. He's pretty powerful. Oh no, Eldrad's insanely powerful. Farseer, psychically potent.
Okay.
Farseer. Armon, Eldrad, and I think those two are it. Probably one of those two.
Realistically, which Chaos God would you fall to, or which would you want to fall to?
If I had to take my pick, I'd probably be Khorne because I'm just gonna be really fucking angry all the goddamn time and murder people. All the other ones do really weird shit to your body and it makes me uncomfy.
So, which one would I fall to? Slow Nash. Which one do I want to fall to? Khorne.
Zange.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna reach the question. I had to go to the bathroom. The question was, which god would you fall, or if you could choose, which chaos god would you want to fall for? I think I said Khorne. Yeah, I said Khorne. Just because angry as fuck murder people and he's not big on mutations because fuck Nurgle Zinch slash go hard in the paint and ugh.
Yeah, for me, which one would I fall to? Slanesh. Which one do I want to fall to? Corn.
Yeah, Corn is evil. Is easy. Just like beat a motherfucker, possibly with another motherfucker, and you're kind of good.
Yeah.
And don't cast
Slanesh,
magic.
like, weird shit be here.
Nipple hooks?
If you're lucky.
Zinch,
You're lucky.
Zinch is like, you can fall to him, but you kind of be like, yeah, I go for Zinch. But it really depends on, like, your devotion. If you're just not, like, highly devoted, like, to the point where, like, I must learn everything, you're pretty good. You're just going to become really buff.
Really, the problem with Zinch is he has the highest chaos spawn per capita.
Yeah.
Your likelihood of becoming Chaos Spawn drastically increases
increases.
if you devote yourself to Zinch.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's... So, okay, so if you could choose, which one would you choose?
Probably Zinch.
Zinch? Okay.
But probably going to go with Philip. It's probably
Slanesh. Fuck. Woo!
My boy.
If I had to pick which one I would probably fall to if I didn't pick, it'd probably still be Corn because I got a bit of a temper. Like, I'm very good at controlling my temper, but
You
like
don't say.
when shit fucking when shit fucking like when that shit breaks, I very much become my grandfather. And yeah, and get pretty angry. Next one is, so there have been numerous 40k versus insert settings here. So why do you think 40k have such advantages when other settings have head ass shit? Do you think Psychic got shafted this? And then do you think Psychic got shafted this?
So we
edition?
can't answer the second part because we really haven't really dived into the rules.
It looks
yet.
like
but that
possibly
but
from what I've seen so far, but
Listen,
again, not really.
I've been tormented by thousands something enough. They deserve it.
Mood.
Brother. No. Assault. I think 40k wins in most things because of scale.
just pure
Just
numbers.
scale. Like, yeah, Star Wars has some big ass ships. I know there's that one ship in The Last Jedi that's like 63 kilometers like wide or something like that. And they have some pretty big shit, and I think some shit bigger than 40k. But also, it's just like nothing beats a Space Marine. Not much.
Yeah.
Not much beats Space Marines.
Yeah, the
and
only
there's
thing
a
that would
million of them.
reliably beat Space Marines in the Star Wars universe would be like Jedi or
Very
Sith.
powerful Jedi or
now,
Sith.
Now, if like StarCraft was at the exact same scale, the Space
Okay,
Marines.
StarCraft would be interesting. The Terrans aren't genetically the Terran Marines aren't genetically modified at all, but their suits are kind of on a similar level.
Yeah, and they shoot, I believe, 30.
They have very similar weaponry to
Yes.
Space Marines.
I don't
difference-
think their guns could penetrate Space Marine armor
They-
super reliably. Like, I don't think they can do
super.
it.
No, it's kind of like bolters in the same
No,
way that bolters aren't really meant to kill Space Marines either.
So, I think somebody actually did the math. It was they can penetrate the armor reliably, but once Space Marines get in close,
They're
like
fucked.
they're just
Because
done.
then Space Marines are ripping arms off and
Yeah,
shit.
the
or,
other thing to
power
remember,
sword and
the other
transwords
thing
and shit.
to remember is that the Space Marines have a lot more handheld heavy weapon options.
Well, and also
Terran Marines.
Space Marines survivability is a lot higher than Terrans, but also doesn't matter
Yeah.
because StarCraft is just 40k. Like literally, it was a 40k IP. I'm not saying it's not a good game. I love StarCraft, and there are differences, but it was a 40k IP, which is why there's so many similarities. Zerg are Tyranids, Terrans are Space Marines. The fucking Protoss are the Eldar. Like,
yeah.
once again, great game. Not dissing it. Not saying like, oh, it's just a 40.
Yeah, but initially it was gonna be a 40K
clone.
Because there's also old ones in StarCraft.
yeah, like there's lots.
Tassadar is an old one.
There's gonna be a lot of fucking similarities.
By the way, that's
just
not a
kinda point
spoiler.
back.
The game came out so long
I've
ago.
played all. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
And I just don't give a
but
fuck.
but it's also scale. Like take Star Wars for instance. Star Destroyers are big. Star Destroyers are like what 6 kilometers long. Like they're kind of on par with battleships.
I don't think they're that long.
They're, okay,
I think they're 1 or 2.
I think they're like 3 or 4. But point being is they're decently large. But also like even if Star Destroyers were 6, hold on, even if Star Destroyers were 6 kilometers, it doesn't matter because they're like laser beams and like our shields fall to like small ships and then here comes a 40k battleship. I am launching a shell the size of a fucking skyscraper at you.
Yeah.
What do you do against that?
Really,
a big
again,
thing
it's
to
just
note
pure
is that-
number.
Yeah,
Like,
and then a big thing to note in the Star Wars universe is they're almost entirely geared toward laser-based weaponry, whereas 40k is very much like, no, we still use solid
we
projectiles.
use all kinds of shit. And, also Space Marine armor has that coating that disperses laser-based weaponry. So it can't do shit to them.
Yeah. Well, it's not nearly as effective.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, cool.
And so, like, the only thing that can reliably do damage is a Jedi. The issue is that when there's so many fucking Space Marines, like, you basically have to be Anakin Skywalker in order to be able to take on a Space Marine.
Even point being is, like, Space Marines kind of do fight Jedi anyway. Like, cool, a psyker with a fucking power sword. That's a Jedi.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, they already fight that shit. And cool, like, I'm going to stab you in the chest and say, like, well, lightsaber. Space Marine. Well, I've lived through having half my torso blown out, so unless you're about to cut my ass in half, I'm going to end you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, congratulations, you've entered melee. Allow me to proceed to literally punch through your skull.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're talking like Luke Skywalker shit in Legends, where he literally was like throwing black holes at people and things like that, like yeah, that's different because that's reaching.
Yeah, that's like alpha level Psyker.
That's reaching Big E, Malkador, Chaos God type shit. But even then, like 40k has answers for that. So like.
Yeah, it's called a Sister of Silence.
I'm not a fanboy and sit and be like, oh, 40k beats everything you can do. But I'm just saying, like, it's not just quantity, it is quality. Yeah. Space Marines are, like, the best fighters. They're considered to be, the most dangerous fighting force in 40k just because of, like, how powerful they are. So
one important thing to note is one of my favorite... so I'm a huge fan of military sci-fi. One of my favorite military sci-fi settings is Halo. I love how the UNSC is structured. I love how the UNSC designs ships. I love all that shit. Spartan 2s, like the Master Chief, are actually we were actually looking at it. They're actually on par to Space Marines, and on like a micro scale, they're actually faster than Space Marines due to how their
the speed of thought because
hang on, it's how their suits are connected to their body. The Spartans are actually slightly faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had this conversation with me.
Yeah, and again, it's not by much, but it's enough to people like them.
Well, because the thing is, like,
the issue is that
Spartans will move. Like, Spartans will move before they can think about moving. Like how they're connected. Like
no, you've got that backwards.
No,
you're right.
That's right. They're armored. They'll move before they consciously think it because of like how they're connected to their suit and whatnot. Whereas Space Marines the same
Spartan,
thing.
Yeah, the Mjolnir suit, technically, it's wired directly into their brain. The suit actually moves before their physical body does. Whereas with a Space Marine, it's wired in throughout the entire body, so it actually moves with the Space Marine. So technically, Spartan 2s are a little faster.
But Space Marines are stronger and have.
No. That's the thing. Spartan 2s in Mjolnir actually have the same kind of like lift and carry capacity as a Space Marine.
I thought we worked it out, and Space Marines were a little bit stronger.
Marginally.
Okay.
To the point where it didn't make that much of a difference.
Well, I do know Space Marines survivability is where it comes.
But yeah, that's the big thing. Space Marines have a much higher survivability, and how many Spartan 2s are left in Halo?
Like less than 10.
It's like 10, maybe 20.
There's red team and blue team. Basically,
yeah, and then there's probably some others that are just like way out.
Let's just say somewhere around 10. There's a million Space Marines.
Yeah, if we're being generous, there's 20. But let's be honest, Spartan 4s they don't compete with Spartan 2s.
The realistic
Spartan 4s look at Spartan 2s like demigods look at actual gods.
Realistically, Spartan 4s are just souped up ODSTs. Yeah. But not even talking about Space Marines, Tyranids.
Yep.
Chaos.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing everyone's like, oh, the Space Marine, the Imperium. It's like, cool. Chaos fucking kills everything.
Yeah.
And kill fucking everything.
Yeah.
And not even like, oh, the Chaos Space Marines. I mean, like, just Chaos corruption. Like, not the demons, not the gods, not the Space Marines. Just being open to Chaos corruption and what it does to your mind and body.
Yep.
Like, 40k is geared to fight that, and, like, everyone still sucks at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, it's quantity and quality. It's just the scale. 40k is such a batshit crazy world that no one makes a world
We
like
got
that
the
can
point.
match it.
And then there's Warlord Titans.
Going forward, next question is, would they ever make Sigmar a model? Doubtful. We might get an Avatar, kind of, sort of ish, like Nagash, but I doubt it.
Okay, I can imagine them making a Sigmar model, but it will not have tabletop rules.
No.
It would be just...
It'd be a character model. It'd be like a Forge World character series.
Yeah.
Realistically, what they need to do is they need to rewrite the Celestant Prime's rules and make him, like, good.
Yeah,
because that's supposed to be like his avatar essentially. Yeah, because he's willing Gul Miraz.
That's always been my issue with the Celestant Prime. Is the Celestant Prime's is supposed to be the Celestant Prime is supposed to be to the Stormcast what the avatar of Nagash is to Death. But
literally wielding Gul Miraz,
but like the issue with him is that either you keep him off the tabletop, which negates half his rules but buffs his melee damage, or you put him on the tabletop, but then you negate the other half of his rules where he's increasing his melee damage by keeping him off the table. And it's just what?
Needs a rework.
Yeah.
But I think that's the closest we would get to like an Avatar of Sigmar. But I agree if we would get a model, it'll be a character series or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question is: Will you make a tier list on EP of all your episodes?
No.
Probably not. They're just kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a fun idea, but there's just no reason for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next question: why don't Xenos get as much support as Space Marines? Is it because Marines make the most money? A vocal fan base of Marines who would complain to no end about anything not Marines getting support. Why? I got into 40K because of Guard, Tau, and AdMech. So why don't others get as much support? We kind of answered this.
Yeah, we kind of.
If you want to give a quick little rundown.
Basically, it's just gonna be that Space Marines. That's what's most played in competitive scene. That's probably where most of their money is made. So like,
Yeah.
like that's why.
It kind of is what it is.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it is what it is. Would I love to see the thing that annoys me is that especially about the AdMech have some fucking dope ass models for Horus Heresy.
And they have crazy diversity too. How the shit they do in
no, if you actually look up what the AdMech does on lore, the AdMech lineup should be like 2 to 3 times as large. Because their whole thing, there is an entire division.
Sure it was.
Spooked me.
There is an entire division of the AdMech military force that is just devoted to robots.
To like protecting or making robots, or
to using robots in war. So
like
the Castellans
and
that
the
you see?
card on breed. No, those are battle servitors actually.
Yeah, those are battle servitors. Those are a little different.
There aren't too many actual honest to god robots that get used in the AdMech because like abominable intelligence.
Yeah, except for the fact that like there actually are quite a few.
And there's the
battle servitors.
Are those considered robots? Because those are technically people.
So technically, it's the Legio Cybernetica, and they use kind of this weird hodgepodge.
Okay, so like
Caradon
Breachers, Castellans.
Yeah, because Castellans are technically robots.
All of the fucking Titans.
No, that's the
it's a piloted
Legio
robot.
Titanicus.
Legio Titanicus.
That's like a completely different thing.
Right.
The Legio Cybernetica.
Okay,
is
we're
like its own
talking
thing.
about the Legio Cybernetica, not like what would be considered a robot, but what is a robot on tabletop.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe? Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's getting.
but yeah.
Bye.
Moving on.
Moving on. Do you know Moon? I don't get this one.
Butterdog.
A Butterdog.
Yep. moving on.
Butterdog. Next question. What do you guys think of the podcast laying down the lore?
Have not listened to them.
Don't know what that is.
Have not listened to it, but I have wanted to. I just time and whatnot. And I actually have difficulty listening to podcasts because they put me to sleep.
I just
Literally.
I used to listen to podcasts at work because like I got tired of listening to music just all the fucking time. But the issue is then I got an Audible subscription, and so now I'm like, man, why would I listen to like other people talk when I could listen to books that I want to read?
Audible turned him into a goddamn monster. But yeah, no, we haven't listened to that one, but I do want to. Next question. What Primarch do you want to come back next, and which one will GW have come back?
So we all know what Cersei's answer. It's Vulcan.
Which one do you want to come back?
I really want Corvus to come back specifically so he can fuck Lorgar's shit.
That's fair.
Honestly,
Pro Demon
which
Corvus
one
would
do
be
you
hilarious.
think will come back?
Russ. Russ is the Russ is it would kind of be a Johnson clone because they're both very melee oriented, but Russ is the easiest.
I'm gonna have to agree with this one.
But I would be very happy if Jaggedeye came back.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be Russ, because that's just the easiest. Because also with the whole, like, Tyranids coming towards Terra, Genestealer cult on Terra bullshit, possibly waking up the Emperor because the Nids thing we kind of talked about, one of the reasons why Russ is in the Warp is that said that he was looking for the Tree of Life to resurrect the Emperor. So, like, that could possibly be a storyline that comes into play.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the shit that I say about Vulcan still sticks, but with the Lion kind of slapping Imperium Nocturnus Nihilus' shit and kind of getting Chaos to back the fuck off, it's not as prevalent as it was. I would still love for it to come back, but Vulcan has the whole like sons have to find all the fucking artifacts, yada yada, and I think if Vulcan comes back,
personally, I think Vulcan and Dorn have just I don't think in both of their cases, I don't think they're lost. I think they just like kind of fucked off, and they were like, we're not
Vulcan
really
went
gonna
through
do
some
anything.
shit, so if they come back, they'll probably be one of the last ones. I say Dorn and Vulcan will be the last ones.
Yeah, well, some of the last ones anyway.
Some of the last ones, yeah.
I would like for Dorn to come back, but I definitely think that it's probably going to be either Russ or Jagati.
The pain glove.
Ferris Manus.
He's fucking dead, you dumb bitch.
Ferris
Moving on.
Manus.
I know.
But no, but I would love if Corvus came back because basically there's like Crow Demon Corvus like, hey, hi Dad, the Emperor. What the fuck? I came here to kill Lorgar. Bye. Because we haven't seen Lorgar basically at all ever since we had that story about Corvus slapping his shit in and almost killing him.
Yeah.
And he's a demon Primarch.
Mitchell, who do you want? Who do you think?
Oh, who do I think?
Russ.
Russ, yeah.
Yeah.
Who do I want?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay.
I want Sanguinius
to come Okay.
back.
We all want Sanguinius back.
The actual,
Fucking Horus!
the good shard of Magnus.
Oh yeah, the shards are
I don't
canon
think
now.
I don't think
Yeah.
that'll happen for a fucking long
Well,
time
we'll
because
see.
that's like
Yeah.
end game shit. Magnus coming
Well,
back as like
I
end game
think
shit.
I think Alpharius is going to come back. I think he's going to be the last Primarch to return, and he's going to return, and then like he's going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Hydra Dominatus, we're loyalists. We're going to fuck Chaos now.
Alpharius comes back. Hey,
know their secrets.
Alpharius comes back. Everyone, hey, you got a shard of Magnus in your pocket? You happy to see me, Alpharius? Oh, it's shard of Magnus.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know who the last Primarch to come back is? The absolute last one? Constantine Valdor. The Primarch of the Custodes.
Not a fucking Primarch, you twat. Moving on.
Basically is.
Yeah,
All right.
not wrong.
Next question is, which of your cats would join the IRA?
Freya.
Freya.
I'm glad that we're all in agreement. Moving on.
Would you ever do a co-op episode with Adeptus Ridiculous? I would be fucking honored.
Dude, I would shit myself.
I would be fucking honored.
Dude,
And
to
I
actually
find-
have a
and
I
chance
don't
to-
think it'll happen though because they're 40K and we're AOS.
Yeah.
Unless
No.
they did a whole like we're talking about subjects that are kind of the same thing and have parallels with each
Yeah.
other. You know?
It
no,
would
like
be
to get a chance
amazing.
to actually like talk to Bricky. Like, dude, I'd shit a brick.
And then I finally
He's
get-
like, oh, the Nip Nip guy. It's like, ah!
Yeah, no, I'd 100% hit him with the nip nip.
I would shit.
And I would just say clearly not.
Clearly not. And then we would kick Mitchell out of the room.
Yeah, no, we'd have to like cut his balls off.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I would really enjoy
Yeah.
that. Next question: could end times have been handled better?
Yes, moving on.
Bones. We're moving on.
Yeah, Bones, you know how we feel about this at this point. We're moving on.
Yes. Moving on. Next question: is most of Chaos written better in Fantasy / AOS than 40K?
No,
That's a hard question
yeah.
because Chaos is wacky in all of them.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say that 40K is better because it doesn't have Archeon.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, this is my issue. Like,
but 40K has Abaddon.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
Abaddon-
almost just as
Abaddon
bad.
has the common courtesy to just not be fucking around unless he's doing a Black Crusade, and that's all we
That's
ever
a fair
fucking
point.
see him.
Yeah.
Archeon is everywhere all the time. There's Varanite-coated balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair point.
This is what I will say, though. I don't like the inconsistencies between the two because Chaos and both IPs are the same. So let's take Kabanda, for instance. A very powerful Bloodthirster. In 40K, a fucking joke. Gets bodied constantly. Kabanda, in Fantasy, literally took the blood pack and hunted down the Incarnates for funsies. The Incarnates being all the fucking big heroes that were like the avatars of the winds.
Yeah.
I think he killed a couple. Like, for fucking funsies. Like Kabanda in End Times Fantasy was a fucking monster. Like, nigh unkillable murder fucking machine. 40K, he's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like, gets bodied The only thing that Kabanda did in 40K recently that has any fucking meaning, as far as I remember, is when the devastation of Baal happened, he basically took a bunch of fucking demons and, like, saved Baal Secundus, I think, from Tyranid bullshit.
Yeah,
because
he
he was
was
like,
basically
no
like-
one gets to kill the Blood Angels but me.
Yeah.
So, like, the only thing he's done that's actually worth the fuck was saving the Blood Angels.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Moving on.
The inconsistencies kind of get on my nerves, but, like,
How hard is
it is
editing?
what it is.
How hard is editing? Mitchell,
with-
that's a you question.
With how we do it, not very.
It's-
But we're
it-
pretty lazy with ours, if we're being honest.
We are very lazy.
We also don't need a lot because, like, the spiciest thing we do is, like, insert clip in the beginning.
yeah.
Like we're still
doing
we're still
videos?
waiting on Ali to do intro and outro music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if she ever wants to do that, yeah. That'd be cool. But, like, really, editing isn't going to be difficult until we start doing, like, videos or, like, wacky shit. So
Do
right
you-
now, it's
yeah.
pretty easy.
Do you know the whole story with GW and StarCraft? Blizzard,
Kind of.
Blizzard made the game, and then GW kind of pulled out, and
They're-
so they're like, well, we're not going to waste all this effort. So
I think what happened is GW and Blizzard were making the game, and then GW was like, hey, we're having some, like, licensing issues or there's some sort of, like, political issue with the company, and they're like, we can no longer do this. But you're almost done, and we don't. And this is back when GW like had a soul, and they're like, we don't want to fuck you over, so like keep it, make your own game, just don't infringe on our IP. Is basically what they said. And Blizzard was like, cool, and they made like their most popular game to ever exist.
I love
except
StarCraft.
like maybe Diablo or
Overwatch. May God rest my soul for speaking its name.
God, StarCraft is by far my favorite game of all time.
StarCraft is considered to be one of the best, if not the best, strategy game in existence. That
RTS
just
games,
goes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, real-time
Moving
strategies. That just goes to show you. Next question is, what is the AOS equivalent to Custodes?
There's really not.
There really isn't one.
I mean, if
the
you
closest
really
thing we have is Stormcast, but like not really.
okay. In terms of like elite and just pure firepower, ogres.
Yeah.
The pure ability to not give a fuck.
In terms of like, honestly, I'd say the closest thing would probably be Stormcast, specifically Stormcast Paladins.
Yeah,
But
like Annihilators.
But even then,
that's
it's
kind
still
of a
not.
bad
Custodes
comparison.
are on their own fucking class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we had a Custodes type thing in AOS, it would easily be one of the strongest factions lore wise, because like that's kind of Custodes shtick.
Yeah,
is, like,
let's
dunk
put
on
it.
everything.
Let's put it this way: if the Stormcast if we say that the Stormcast are lesser demons like Bloodthirsters, things like or Bloodletters, things like that, if the Stormcast had a greater demon, those
would be Custodes.
Okay, this next one we already answered.
Something akin to like Celestin Prime, but a little weaker. And it is the everybody's favorite and least favorite centerpiece model. We didn't pick our.
No, we picked some of our favorites. We didn't do any of our least favorites. But for centerpiece models, like I don't really have any issues with any of them.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, and Mitchell's gonna be mad at me for this. I don't want the Kragnos model. Not that it doesn't look good, because it does. Mm-hmm. It's just
doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah,
and
that's why I want more drug roof.
And it's like a tiny bit basic for me, like just a little bit. But you can't do much of that. It still is an amazing model, but like if I had to pick a least favorite,
honestly, I guess Gotrek. I feel like that could be a little better.
I wouldn't say he's centerpiece though, because he's small.
That's tiny.
He's tiny.
Yeah, well, that's kind of my issue though.
But he's not a centerpiece model. That's the point.
He's centerpiece worth of points.
He's like 600 points, isn't he, or 700
400.
Honestly, I don't really like the Celestin Prime. Kind of don't like his model.
He's a little basic too.
He has D12 knees.
He does.
Yeah.
I feel like the way you make the Celestin Prime look good is painting. Like the model doesn't look good, but fully painted looks amazing.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
The next question is going to be, which faction has the best infantry unit?
So Blood Grave Lords.
Ooh.
Skeletons.
Okay, are we talking best as in point efficient or best as in best like sculpt?
It just says best, so let's go point efficiency first.
Probably Skellies.
Skellies are good.
Just meat shield.
They're cheap as shit, but
pile
like,
on points and just meat shield your way to victory. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go with like just like efficiency, like how good they actually are at like not dying and dealing damage and like being good infantry.
Probably some of the Daughters of Cain, because they just shit out mortal wounds.
Yeah, they
Oh yeah, they do, but
shred.
they die really fast.
They fucking shred. Yo, the glass cannons.
But you can't die if there's nobody in combat with you.
I don't know much about Skaven, so I couldn't really say anything there.
Maybe I think there's a couple chaos units all like chosen that are like terrifying to fight against.
Yeah.
Cavalos Death Riders.
Well, infantry, not cav.
Oh, I took Battle Line as infantry. Sorry.
You're good.
I mean, does AOS have infantry? I thought they just have battle line heroes and monsters.
Yeah.
So they have. Okay, infantry is basically everything that's not cavalry.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's
Or monstrous.
okay. Hold on. Do ogres have infantry?
I mean, yeah, technically that is
No.
infantry. They're
Philip-
heavy infantry, but
Philip.
yeah.
Paladins.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say for like best sculpts.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking like
yeah,
point
best sculpt like
efficiency
look the
wise,
best.
they're a little expensive, but honest to God, Annihilators are just
They're
like
they shit out mortal wounds too, but they also like kind of don't die.
They're
a
they're
little bit
they're
allergic to
very
death.
efficient.
the shielded Annihilators, like they kind of slap.
They're a
hard
little
and
bit
fuck
allergic to
hard.
No. You don't want the shielded Annihilators. You want the Paladins that have like the glaives.
Oh yeah, those guys are terrible.
Because they also come with a 2-up save but
Armor?
for
Do you have
Yeah.
armor?
Yeah.
Wow, you don't see that very often on iOS.
Oh
well,
no,
it's a
the-
3-up, but with that weapon choice, you just add one
Add
to your
one to your
save.
save.
Yeah.
In melee, I'm assuming, or just in general.
I think it's in general. I'm not
Alright.
sure, but no. So that's the thing about Stormcast Paladins is that they are truly just heavy infantry.
Yeah, they're
they
just beefy.
they do reliable damage. They also do mortal wounds, fairly reliably,
and they don't die because they're beefy.
And yeah, they don't die. The reason I like Annihilator specifically is because all of the other paladins are
Oh,
all of the other paladins are pre 3rd edition, so none of them have Thunderstrike, and they're slow.
being able
They're
to
5-inch
being able
movement.
to deep strike is nice.
That's why I like Annihilator specifically because they have the Thunderstrike keyword, so you can Thunderstrike in a Lord Imperatant, and then immediately follow that up with a 7-inch deep strike on Annihilators. And then whenever they
do mortal wounds when they
hit the
deep strike,
battlefield,
right?
So whenever they deep strike, they do mortal wounds to everything within 10 inches, and then whenever they charge, they do mortal wounds to the target of their charge.
it is.
So they can strike
They're
in.
really good that
So
way.
they can
yes.
strike in, do you mortal wounds, succeed on a charge, do you more mortal wounds, and then slap your shit in with their big ass hammers, and then you're
Yes.
probably gonna die.
Having said that, that's the only times they do mortal wounds. The thing about the rest of the paladins is the rest of the paladins will do mortal wounds on normal attacks.
So it's alpha strike versus consistency, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can put the other paladins in a good position where they're gonna live, they
Yeah, if
have
I
the
could
potential
get,
of doing.
If
So
having
that's
you
the-
if you have 15 wounds at a, is it 15? Yeah, 15 wounds at a 2-up save. That's really difficult to get rid of, and they're cheaper than Annihilators.
Yeah, the rest of the
Oh,
paladins.
and also we're not even thinking about adding in the healing that Stormcast do to themselves or the resurrection that Stormcast have.
Yeah, that's what makes the Andrasta
like
so
Andrasta to be like,
powerful.
oh, Annihilator, heal thyself.
Yeah, or a Knight Vigilant.
It can
The
get
banner
ri-
guy-
it
with
can-
a banner of apotheosis, he does
yeah,
healing.
it can get really done really quickly. Like, they can just
and
be really
then-
hard to remove.
Yeah, and yeah, the other paladins are pretty interesting. And they're cheaper than Annihilators. Honest to God, for a while I kind of went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do Hammers of Sigmar or oh shit.
Excelsius, guys.
Yes, Excelsior.
Knight Excelsior.
Yeah, the Knights Excelsiors. Because Knight Excelsiors get Paladin as battle
Yeah,
line.
because their whole thing is like, hey,
Heavy infantry.
Paladin.
Yeah.
They
their
also
whole thing is
really
heavy
hate
infantry.
civilians.
Another scoop of Paladin.
Yeah.
And while you're away, I added in another scoop of Paladin.
But I ultimately decided to go with Hammers of Sigmar because I like Bastion Karthalos. I like the fact that Hammers get Dracolith units as battle line because that gives me cavalry options. And then if you take a dragon, you get dragon units as battle line as well. If you take a
Really?
dragon as your general, you get dragons as battle
So they
line.
have options.
Yeah,
You can
well,
cut-
that's
you
an
can-
inherent thing of the dragon generals.
Okay.
Yeah, that it is
Yeah.
because I was able to have dragons as battle line in my.
Yeah. So if you take
Templar list.
Krondys or Karazai, you get dragons as battle line.
even if Star Drakes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
moving on. The next question is going to be, if you got to be a Stormcast, what unit would you be?
A paladin because they got mad drip.
I would ride dragons. I'd ride so many fucking dragons.
Oh man.
That or I'd be an Annihilator because big, thick, chonky, fuck off energy.
Oh man. Okay, so like, I love Paladin drip, but also like I actually kind of have a soft spot for Vigilors, the guys who are bow sword hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
those are really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're actually not particularly good on tabletop. You take them if you're taking the storm host that specializes in ranged.
But they're just neat.
But yeah, I really like them.
I always enjoy hybrid units.
But
'cause,
also like sacrosancts. Anything from the sacrosanct chamber,
yeah.
like they're pretty dope too.
Yeah.
Like exemplars. I
Yeah.
think that's what they're called. But no, like honest, if you put a gun to my head and told me to pick one, I'd probably do paladins, specifically annihilators, just because like the option to either have a sword and a hammer
Are
or just a
Annihilators actually
giant ass hammer.
paladins?
Yeah.
Because I was talking about paladins, like the,
So technically,
the
a
ones
paladin-
with mad drip.
So technically, paladins are a subtype of the infantry. It actually covers like
Oh, yeah,
4 or
okay.
5 different models.
Okay.
All right.
Because there's the old like basically paladin box that you could build 3 different units out of.
Yeah, I'm talking about one of those bad boys.
Oh, they look so good.
Yeah.
Moving on, next question. If you could bring any old world character back from their untimely death during the end times, who would it be, and why is it Beagelt?
Because it's Beagelt.
Because it's fucking
Beagelt.
Beagelt. Moving on. The reason why we said that is because we kind of answered that. We kind of answered that already.
Yeah.
This question is going to be kind of cracked, but ignoring how impossible this may be, but if G-Man and your brain were to have kids, what would they be like?
I really want to butter dog.
I mean,
you do or you don't.
I really want to butter dog it.
Yeah, I kind of want to butter dog it
real quick. All I'm gonna say is that these kids are gonna be giant fucking assholes because they're just gonna be hyper intelligent and
absolute
very
pricks.
realistic. And they're just gonna be hyper intelligent and hyper realistic, and it's just gonna be like, dude, I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is, like, how much larger than your brain is Gilliman?
Well, Eldar.
I ran out of disk space.
We had some.
Yeah, no. So
That was a fucking heart attack.
No, so we were recording, and all of a sudden Mitchell's computer pops up with an error, and it's like, hey, you're running out of disk space here, bud. And we're all like, oh, fuck, how much did we lose? And then we, like, stop, do a bunch of, like, CSI bullshit, and then it's like, oh, we lost, like, 5 minutes. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
basically-
God.
It wasn't even 5 minutes. It was like 30 seconds.
The piece that we lost was Philip making a joke about your brain sucking Gilliman's dick and how it'd be a hamster and a banana. Moving the fuck on. If the bad moon isn't made, we all know the bad moon isn't made of cheese, but if it was made of spare ribs, would you take a bite then?
The whole plate.
Listen,
I ate the whole plate.
Also-
Meat's back on the menu,
Also,
boys.
ribs.
Spare ribs.
God damn it! I knew that was coming, and I still fucking missed it. Fuck!
Okay, I'm sorry, brother.
I am the spare wheel.
Why do you fail me so often?
He made the exact same joke before the audio cut out. I knew he was going to do it again, and I still missed it.
All right. Have you guys read The Roboutian Heresy? We talked about it. What we'd said was, yeah, we basically read read them all a little bit, but Phil was talking about how Brighthammer was really cool.
Yeah.
And I was making a joke about, like, in Brighthammer, the 4 Chaos Gods actually like embody their more noble sides, like Khorne is justice and honorable combat, Nurgle is health and the circle of life, Tzeentch is intelligence and progress and create and whatnot. And so that's just like passion and creativity and art.
Yeah, like artistic creativity.
And it's nice because they're like noble and not just 4 flavors of Satan.
And then like the big bad are just nids.
yeah, because that's accurate.
So like for instance, the Death Guard. The Death Guard are literally the guardians against death. They are the best medics in the entire galaxy. The Emperor's Children, like they basically rule over planets that are just massive. Basically, think like an arts university,
art cathedral,
but
type
like
shit.
the entire planet. The
so
world
not a paradise
eaters,
world, it's a cultural world.
yeah, exactly. But it is also a paradise world.
Yeah.
And like the world eaters, their whole shtick is they're like guardians and peacekeepers, things like that. And
They're Arbites, but not fucking horrible.
yeah, exactly. And so they're very much like they protect people. What's the other big one? The Thousand Sons.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole shtick is that they explore the warp, and they are literal pillars of magical knowledge or of psychic knowledge, and they help further the understanding of warp. And Magnus actually helps his father and sits upon the golden throne to help guide humanity.
Brighthammer is a just happier version of 40k, but it's still kind of grimdark. It's still 40k, but instead of everyone hating each other, it's like, hey, Nids suck.
Yeah. And then, like, the fucking, what do you call them? The Necrons. Like, they're still an enemy because they're still very much like, oh, no, the warp is something that the enemy used back during the War in Heaven. Because, like, that happened. It just wasn't as big of a deal. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the Necrons are still very much like, no, we want to shut down the warp and things like that. But now, since the Chaos Gods are, like, actually good people, you know, we try to not let that happen.
Right. So moving on. Call on me, call on me, call on me. That is the question. Moving on.
Yep.
Oh man, someone's gonna be fucking mad as fuck that I did that. Okay, next question. What do you think they will do next with the Lion and Vastor and everything they introduced in Arcs of Omen?
So I think Vastor is going to become the new head of the Dark Mechanicum. I think that's going to be their foray into creating the Dark Mechanicum.
I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah. Really hope that's what ends up
I might
happening.
have a second Chaos Army for Dark Mechanic because, like, tasty.
Yeah. That might be my actual Chaos Army.
Right.
Like 40k Chaos.
Unless
in
they
terms of the
release Emperor's Children.
Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that.
They've done everyone else.
Yeah, but like they're not going to release the fucking.
You're going to get Logar beforehand.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Fucking
Dude, they're not going to release the fucking rapists.
Oh, well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're never going to give Porto Rabo back either then because, Homunculava.
Oh, yeah.
But that wasn't him. That was his Warpsmith, and he didn't really have any control over that.
Yeah, but, like, they've kind of been tainted.
Yeah,
A little bit. You know what I mean? Like, the book exists.
You're fair. You're not wrong. Okay.
We already answered the next one, which is...
No,
Yeah,
no,
sir.
the lion. We didn't talk about the lion.
Oh.
So the lion, I think he's basically
He's gonna give-
in lore. The lion was a exceptionally gifted general, like battlefield general. So more than likely, what's gonna happen is Reboot is gonna kind of go back. He's gonna help his father wake up, or he's gonna help their father wake up.
He's going to really run
and
the
he's gonna
Imperium.
yeah
He's
he's
going to be like,
basically
hey,
gonna run the
Lion, you're like the
Empire.
War Master right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I see is the lion's gonna become the new War Master.
This is what I want the next piece of Lion lore to be. I want the Lion to go to the Dark Angels to be like, do you know why you're here? You're here because you done fucked up too many times.
Yeah, exactly.
I really want him to straighten the Dark Angels out because I'd say Dark Angels is the one Space Marine chapter I never considered playing because I hate them. Their lore with them in the Fallen, it's convoluted for convoluted's sake, and it's stupid, and I fucking hate it. And like I have never ever wanted to do Dark Angels because their lore is just ass in my opinion.
It really is.
Like
It's not good.
it's just not good. So like that's why like I really hope they straighten that shit out and like he bitch slapped Asmodai a couple thousand times.
Yeah, exactly.
Anywho, moving on. If you had if you had a serve on Chaos God, which one would it be? We already answered that.
Yep.
Dream rotation ? Real life and Warhammer universes. Would y'all be mad if Ferrus Manus was the next Primarch to return, leading Legions of the Damned?
Okay, if he came back as a member of the Legions of the Damned, leading the Legions of the Damned, I'd be cool with that.
That'd be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. That
Fair.
first part of that question, I do not understand.
Ferrus Manus being here like the flesh is weak. The reality is weak. I'm a ghost bitch.
Yeah. No, if we got him back as the commander of the Legions of the Damned, I'd be cool with that, and that would be a really interesting. That'd be a really cool way to introduce to reintroduce Legions of the Damned, and to introduce Emperor's Children.
Could you imagine a Legion of the Damned Ferrus Manus coming upon Demon Primarch Ferrus and not Ferrus, Fulgrim and be like, "What's up, bitch?"
Yeah, no, that's why I think it'd be cool.
Also, Fulgrim will be having a fucking conniption because Fulgrim's not controlling his body right now. It's that fucking demon.
No.
Oh, is that changed?
Yeah, so basically the demon was in control of Fulgrim for a little bit, and then his children realized that it was a demon after they'd already fallen to chaos, kicked the demon out, and then Fulgrim was like, well, fuck it, we're committed now.
Really?
Yeah.
That is ass.
Yeah.
That's not good lore writing. Whatever, fuck it. Next question.
Well, the demon had also been like...
Next question. What is your guys' favorite Legion in the Horus Heresy, and which one has the best lore?
Emperor's Children is my favorite, as you may have guessed. I really like their lore. Which one has the best written lore is, as much as I hate to say it, probably the Sons of Horus.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
so
they're the big bads.
this
so I would
isn't-
imagine that.
so-
yeah.
Well, also not to mention the first 3 books are all about the Sons of Horus before they fall to chaos, and about their fall to chaos.
My favorite Horus Heresy Legion is Ultramarines. Who do I think has the best lore?
Maybe Thousand.
I'm gonna kind of subvert this question, and like I'm gonna say which Primarch has the best lore because honestly their lore is so good that it kind of makes the Legion's lore good.
So,
and that would be Angron.
Oh man!
Listen,
yeah, now that we have
when
new Angron
when I
lore,
was when I was a young and green Warhammer player, I fucking hated Angron. I thought he was the most pointless character ever. And he was a rage machine, and that was it. And then I read his lore, and I was like, oh my god, this poor man. And like reading all the shit he went through, like Angron is a tragic fucking character.
yeah.
I think his
Magnus
lore,
is still pretty damn good.
Magnus is pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thousands are pretty good.
Honest to God, the more and more Horus Heresy books we get, the better the lore for all of the legions and
They're
the Primarchs
all
get.
good, realistically.
Yeah, the Horus
fucking-
Heresy is a very
like the
well-written-
Word Bearers and the Ultramarines and Manchuria and whatnot, or not Manchuria, Manchuria, whatever the fuck. They're
Calth.
But the city that nuked.
You're talking about that inciting incident. Okay, yeah,
Like that lore is rough.
yeah. But then there's also like the whole war on
The shadow,
Calth,
the shadow war, and shit
yeah.
like that. Yeah. All right, moving on. Master Chief versus a standard assault marine.
We kind of covered this.
Okay, Master
But
Chief has
against-
plot armor, so like,
It's Master Chief.
Well, if we strip away the plot armor against an assault marine, and that's where they would. If Space Marines were going to have the benefit, it'd probably be in hand to hand. I don't know. That's an interesting
With Master
question.
Chief being fat, because Master Chief, Master Chief would have an energy sword.
If he had an energy sword,
That you would kind of have to have it to make it fair. And
versus
he is a little faster.
versus a standard.
It'd be a really
sword.
fucking tough fight.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
I think Master Chief would win, but it'd be a
it would,
really
it would
fucking
depend on the
tough fight.
variables.
Master Chief versus any named character, not happening.
Yep.
No. Oh, Kato Sicarius.
Kato Sicarius would show up, and Master Chief would just have a heart
You
attack.
mean
just
the- you mean
disintegrate?
the Captain of Depression, Kato
Right.
Sicarius?
Yeah, no, and he would Master Chief would literally just have a heart attack, not because he's like afraid or anything, but because Kato Sicarius shows up and then warps reality around him to be his plot armor bullshit.
Basically.
And Master Chief would just be like, "Oh shit, I'm having a heart attack."
Look,
dead.
I've been impaled.
Yeah, no, literally.
Next question. Favorite pattern of Dreadnought?
Ooh, okay, that's a really good
The
question.
Wolven one. Oh my god. The Dreadnought, that's the Wolven from the space. From the
I
space
don't like
Wolf.
that one.
He's so aggressively melee, and I love it, because having a Dreadnought punch someone to death is hilarious. No, I take it back. I
The
take it back. I
fell-handed?
take it back.
Bjorn the fell-handed?
No,
No,
okay.
favorite pattern, not favorite
Oh.
dreadnought.
I take it back. Okay, would the Death Company Dreadnought be considered a pattern?
No, because it's still just like the ironclad.
Damn it!
Or no, not ironclad, but it's like the standard.
Honestly,
pattern.
I love the ironclad so much
Yeah,
because
the
it's
big,
just
beefy-
it's just
the
a
big, beefy
boxy
box.
boy.
If that's the case, I'll have to say the
Like the Wolfen one, I was gonna give you, but
I would say then. I'm revising my answer. Either the Blood Angels Psyker one,
okay,
or the Dreadnought, or the Grey Knight Psyker one.
okay.
Because, like, Dreadnoughts that can cast psychic powers is like, ha ha ha, you're gonna die.
I think those are close enough to being the same thing, but I'll just give that to
Yeah,
you.
I would say, like,
Dreadnoughts,
like
yeah.
Dreadnoughts that can cast psychic powers, like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Nope, change mine. Chaplain Dreadnought.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. What's that Dreadnought doing? Litanies. Run.
Yeah. So I mean, technically, those aren't different. The psychic one, yes, that inherently has to be a different pattern, even if like the exterior looks the same. Yours, I think, is technically the same pattern, but like I'll give it to you anyway because the exterior looks pretty fucking different.
Yeah.
My favorite pattern. Oh man. Okay, my issue is that I love every dreadnought that isn't the classic style dreadnought. So like
bulky.
Contemptors, Leviathans, Doredio,
No.
any of the
Excuse
any
me.
of the,
Your favorite one is the radio.
I like the Doredio, but like the issue is that I like all of them.
The Custodian.
All
It's
of the,
fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
And then
Get
what's
the
what's
oil.
the other the new Primaris one? The
Redemptor?
Redemptors. I love all of the Redemptors, all three
They
variations.
look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so that's kind of my issue is that like I
If
like
it's,
all
if
of
it's
them
not the
except
OG,
for the boxy
if it's not
one.
the OG, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
But
on.
if you put a gun to my head, probably
Hellbrute.
the Contemptor.
Yeah. I get it. And I don't agree with you, but I understand it.
Yeah, just because also my favorite pattern of Terminator armor is Tartarus.
God.
And they share an aesthetic.
Cataphracti.
Well, this next one is a very difficult one.
What?
How many copies of you guys would it take to kill a Custodes? Literally impossible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am surrounded by fear and dead men.
Yep, because like it's logically accurate that if a single space marine was dropped on a feudal world that had no technology, that space marine would kill the entire planet's population eventually.
So
And so like a custodian is just that on crack.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, the only way that we... Okay, let me rephrase that. So statistically speaking, if you get enough of us together, eventually we'll be able to create a nuclear bomb. And like that's kind of the only way I see that we could potentially beat a dreadnought or
That's a fair
custodian.
point.
Like just all of us in one space, or like, or
No, like eventually we'll get enough of us together that we'll just be able to like raid a military base and steal a nuke.
that's fair. How would y'all kill the custodian? By blowing up the planet?
Yeah, that's kind of the only way I see
That's
us
fair.
first to win.
All right, next question. Would you rather fight a custodian-sized chicken or a chicken-sized custodies?
Custody-sized chicken.
Yeah, that's
custody-
again
a
second
cus-
verse, same as the first.
A custody-sized chicken, because if I kill it, I can say I killed a custodies. Ask no questions. What music do you listen to? We have answered this.
Yes.
What time period would you love to travel to?
Ooh,
None of them. History's filled with a bunch of really fucked up shit that I don't want any part of.
I wouldn't mind visiting Renaissance Venice.
I
would be
traveled
pretty
back to
dope.
the 1920s. What'd you come
Yeah.
back with? Polio.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that, but like, there's a bunch of extra there's a bunch of extra caveats that go with that.
Okay.
Would be real.
Do I have to be visible?
Well, I think no. Just pick a time period, and we'll just say there's other
Honestly,
caveats.
this
that
is what I would do.
go
This
with
is
it,
this is what I would do to put the nail in the coffin. I would travel back to the time of Jesus and see if he exists.
Yeah, that's not. That's fair.
I
That's
would
fair.
love to just see feudal Japan.
Yeah.
He'd probably die, but it'd be worth it.
Well, no, like we'll just say that there's other caveats that would exist, but like if we could just pick a time, no consequences.
Yeah. Could be a super nerd. I'd go back to 1993 when Magic the Gathering was first existed and
Like
steal
this
every fucking
Sengoku?
box of alpha I can get my
I know,
fucking hands
right?
on.
like the Sengoku era. I would love to see that.
Oh man! Or the fucking the place in the Saharan desert where everyone thinks Atlantis actually was,
Yes.
and just go back in time and see if Atlantis was real.
I thought Atlantis was supposed to be an island off of Sicily.
so there's a
No.
theory. It's called like the Eye of Africa. And it's
that there used to be like a sea or a big ass lake.
here. I could pull up a
Yeah,
Google
don't
Maps.
worry
It's
about
like,
it. Don't
it's
worry
like
about
a
it.
map.
Don't
We'll
worry
show you
about
later.
it.
Yeah. But like
don't worry
they
about
think
it.
that's where Atlantis actually was, and
Okay.
I would use the ability to go back and like solve myths and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to see people kill each other.
Where are you going back to the Dark Ages? Why? Because I'm a psychopath. All right, next question. Do you guys know much about alternate history, and do you know much about Kaiserreich? Kaiserreich. If not, I would happily explain it.
I think that's
Is that Kaiserreich? Am I fucking like having a
That's
stroke?
Kaiserreich.
Okay.
I think that's supposed to be alternate history. Like, what if Germany had won World War II or had won World War
So
One?
I used to be a really big alternate history fan when I was in like high school. So I would like to say I'm well versed, but also no longer versed in it.
I like
Let's just butterdog that.
well,
Butterdog that one.
No, I actually have a response to this.
Okay.
I like the concept of alternate history, and there because I've read a few book series that use that as a premise. In terms of like the big conspiracy theory ones, kind of, or not conspiracy theories, but the big like widely accepted like, hey, what would happen if we changed this event?
Like how the butterfly effect work.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with
I
those.
got one over there. It's called the Elantropa
Like
articles.
what would happen if Hitler didn't get kicked out of art school type shit.
Yeah, yeah, that episode from Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah.
that one's interesting. But no, the two big reasons I really like alternate history are the Temeraire series. By
Yeah,
Naomi
that's
Novik.
pretty fun. That's pretty fucking cool. That's
And
also like more
the-
more like cross-dimensional shit.
No,
because, like,
that's
dragons have
straight
to
up
be
alternate
have to
history.
be alive.
No, that's alternate history. Because literally, the alternate history is just that the part of history you change is that dragons are an actual thing.
Okay.
Because her whole shtick is that dragons are supposed to be more realistic. They're not like magical at all. They're like literally giant lizards.
Right.
But they have big enough brains that they're intelligent. And then the other one is the Leviathan trilogy by Scott Wester.
Oh, that's a good one.
Feld.
That's a good one.
Yeah, fucking love that one too.
All right, moving on. How do y'all feel about Skaven parasite engines?
I didn't know what this was.
I have pictures.
Yeah, I didn't know what this was until I looked at a picture of it. That's fucking
They're
terrifying.
they're called parasite engines because as they move across the land, they literally rip resources from it to run it. But they're basically mobile Skaven Titan cities. I love them and they're fucking terrifying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on.
If you had to get a dog, what breed would you get?
The one that loves me at the shelter.
That one.
Yep.
I like bigger dogs because like big dogs you can like suplex and shit and like you can wrestle with big dogs and it's fine. It's fine not hurting them.
Yeah.
But like realistically, like just whatever dog I bond with.
My favorite dog in the world is my brother's dog.
Yeah. But also like,
Oh, she pee everywhere.
dude,
But it's adorable.
pit bulls are adorable.
Like your brother's dog loves me, but she pees every time she sees me.
Yeah.
She just gets super excited. She just loves you.
What's the one like we had this where like she vomited? Oh, she like shit and then ate the shit and then vomited and like
No, that's
clouded
that's
the
still
whole-
Saber.
It clouded the whole fucking house and like it
No,
was,
that was still Saber.
it was horrible.
She ate the cat litter
Yeah, that's right. That's
and
right.
then puked. And then like
Aerosolized
I just got out of the shower upstairs, and all I heard was a.
Oh no!
There wasn't a. It was just. And then like I get downstairs and I went.
Oh God, it's everywhere.
That sounds like
It was no, Philip. It was in the living room, and I got down the stairs.
Yeah, oh, fucking bad. What's that smell? Partially digested cat shit. Oh, cat.
Yep,
Woo!
it was bad.
Moving on. Still love the dog though.
Oh yeah, she precious.
What Forge world would you want to be a part of? Metallica or Agrippina?
I'm just gonna let y'all choose that one. One of them without the bladed cog.
Without the bladed cog, preferably. I'm gonna put you in Metallica for shits and giggles.
Okay.
I think Phil has the hiccups. I'm assuming he didn't say Mars.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
Yeah.
Next.
Fucking love Mars.
Next question: what kind of tech priest would you want to be? I think I'd like to be an explorator.
Again, I do not know
Uh,
mechanical lore.
Or a biologist, or a Megos biologist.
I'd be probably a biologist.
Because, like, biologists have, like, a license to make mutants, basically. But explorators are cool because they, like, go around and, like, find shit, and I think it's pretty neat. Next question. Would Lightning McQueen get car insurance or life insurance? Yes.
Yes.
It's life insurance. It's insurance for the life of his body.
Which is a car.
Yeah.
So, yes. If Watermelon exists...
It's just that life insurance and car insurance are the same thing, in his case.
If Watermelon exists, how come Airmelon, Earthmelon, and Firemelon don't? The Elemelons?
Have you thought about making them?
Yeah.
Just be better.
Stop being so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Next question. Why did Mr. Krabs join the Axis powers in World War II?
Oh God.
Butter dog.
Money.
What do you think the Krabby Patties are made out of? I know, butter dog. It's a butter dog. Tabletop question. Of all the distinct storm hosts, what separates them and what do each of you think is the best one?
Oh, fuck.
Massive
These
simp.
hiccups are kicking my ass.
Massive simp. Hammers of Sigmar.
Yeah, Golden Boys.
Yep.
Astral Templars.
Golden Boys, their whole shtick is that they were the first.
Yep. Astral Templars have really good character, and they're kind of more of just like... It's just a a hunting party. That's kind of how they just go.
That's fair. I think what distinguishes them is like every storm host kind of had its own shtick of how they deal with combat, and of course the colors.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want us to wait, Phil?
What's the next question?
The next question is, for a little context, I have some Guard that I've been playing. Now my question is, do you think they should bring back the old Guard regiments? I want them back, and I want them, and I want to know what you guys think. All right.
I would love for GW to bring back the old, like the actual different variants of the Guard.
I love Guard in general, so my question is yes, and I love them
Yeah.
all. Like,
Yeah.
like Vestorians are my favorite, but I fucking love Guard in general so much. So like, that's just kind of my answer.
What?
What? God, we met an LVO. Fuck, shit, fuck. What?
I don't know.
I
was
feel
playing games probably.
like I should remember this. I don't, so I'm
Moving on.
I'm gonna let Philip explain when he gets back.
Yeah.
Lore question. I may have missed this in an episode. What is the origins of Kragnos?
Ooh, that is a long one, but I'll give you like my very brief history.
I'll let you handle this.
Dragruth were an ancient race.
Big
and
centaurs, basically.
big old centaurs. They were there. They're in the Age of Myth. They kind of have an alliance, or not really an alliance. They were just kind of like, the dragons exist. Kragnos was really angry chief, son of a chief. Decided to run away and kill a lot of dragon eggs.
And then it got yoked into a mountain because of it.
Yeah.
And also at some point in time became a god because of greenskins.
Yeah. That's very
That's the
fair.
super bare bones version. What guy from LVO?
The cosplayer from LVO. The super tall dude who was dressed up like a guardsman.
That was all you, homie.
Yeah, that's all you, bud. By the way, I did not realize how tall Miniac is.
I know.
That man is so much taller than you really think he is.
know.
Like you look at his YouTube videos, you're like, that guy is a solid 5'10".
And then like no,
No, he's 6'5".
fucking large.
You were there with me.
Oh my god, I was.
Can I see this?
Okay, I remember now.
Oh my god.
He was dressed up as that's the fucking the lobster coats. Matthew likes them.
Yeah, the British guys.
Yeah, the lobster backs. Okay, moving on. How do the Stormcast keep getting Sigma right in order to keep legions? It seems outfitted.
They mine it from Malice.
They mine it from Malice, which is the core of the world that was.
Yep.
Next question: What do you guys think about everything going on with Reddit recently? Removal of third-party apps, the strike, some subs going full rated R to continue protesting, and now the recent stuff with Reddit Premium coins and all that. I'm not super involved. I think it's scummy, but also it's a company. I can't say I'm surprised.
Like I completely understand. I really miss Reddit. It's fun. That's the app that I first started using Reddit with when I made my Reddit account over 7 years ago. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
But
at the end of the day, all companies are evil. That's just kind of what that's just kind of what happens. They all want money, and Reddit wanted third parties to take to fuck right off, and that's what they did.
Yep.
And they have to suffer the consequences, whether it be good or ill. I miss old Reddit. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get super into it because it's kind of political, and I don't know a whole lot.
Now, if Reddit made an app that was old Reddit,
Different fucking story. All up in that shit.
yeah.
Next question: Celestant Prime versus Gilliman and Archeon versus Abaddon. Who would win?
Celestin Prime.
I'm gonna say Archeon would beat Abaddon, but
Celestant Prime versus Gilliman.
I think Gilliman would beat the Celestin Prime.
I think Gilliman would beat the Celestant Prime.
But Archeon would beat Abaddon.
Abaddon can't die.
Neither can Archeon.
No, I think Archeon can get reborn from chaos, but Abaddon, I think his soul is literally tethered to the Materium or something like that, or he literally can't die. His soul can't die.
Oh,
or something like that. I remember reading his war gear and his his boons and shit and whatnot. I think the only way Abaddon can die is if he gets erased like Horus did.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I think Gilliman would beat the Celestant Prime.
yeah.
That's right, because the Celestin Prime isn't inherently magical.
Yeah. Next question. You want me good, homie?
These hiccups are going to kick my ass for the next 30 minutes, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm sorry, bud. Next question. What elector state would be the best to live in? Reichland.
Yeah, probably.
Probably Reichland.
Question, really.
That's probably Reichland.
I was going for the one that was what is it called? They have all of the beer.
Middenheim, Averheim.
Mootland?
That's not really an elector state. That's like a kind of a city state, and that's where the halflings live.
I would live there.
Yeah, that's fair. Not an elector state, but I get it. If you could remove one faction from AOS, what faction would it be? We've answered this. Sons of Bahamut.
Yep.
Or Archeon. Next question. If you could choose any melee weapon to learn purely for enjoyment, what would it be?
Longsword.
Glaive.
Oh. God, that's actually a really difficult one.
I think glaive. I love glaives. No, actually, you know what? I would learn how to properly wield a claymore, and how to actually use the handle and shit to fight as well, not just the blade. I would love that actually.
That's why I said longsword.
I thought
It's a lot of the same techniques. The big thing about claymores is that they're also used to cut down horsemen.
Yeah, I think I would do claymore actually. Oh fuck! But learning how to use a rapier properly.
Do I have to
cool
say
too.
a specific type of sword? Because I think it's called the Kaiserschlag.
Maybe a sword
you can just
fighting
say,
style.
a long sword, short sword.
If you want to keep it more.
It's
vague.
really a hand and a half sword.
Long sword.
That's fair.
There's a difference. Long swords.
There is a difference, but functionally they perform very similarly. So
I'm just gonna go with the
Elm sword gonna be over here listening to you little shits.
Or is it called the Kriegsmeiser?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Next question. What changes would be necessary in order for you guys to like Sons of Bahamut? Everything. They would just find a way to make them fun to play against. Make them diverse enough where it's not the same fucking list over and over again.
That's the biggest problem.
Just not.
You
the
play
same.
against Sons of Bahamut's one. You play it against
all of them, and you're getting
yeah.
your ass beat with the same list over and over and over again. And then you have to make a
Yeah,
list
the issue is
specifically
they
to beat them, and that list is pointless because
Yeah.
it's tailored to beat Sons of Bahamut, and that's it. So like, yeah, make them more diverse. Next question: if there was one faction in AOS, you would who would see you as their mortal enemy? Who would you want it to be?
Who would I want it to be?
Who would you want your mortal enemy to be?
Hopefully none of them. But I don't really think Cities of Sigmar would go out of your way. Like, go out of their way to go get you.
I would say Kargon Overlords, because they kind of mind their own business, and I would just, like, not fly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stay in a city.
Yeah. I can't imagine Fire Slayers going out of their caves too much. If you do...
greenskins.
If you
and
do,
then just
I don't know.
stay away from Gur.
Stay the fuck away
No,
from
greenskins
Gur.
are on all. If you do Idonet Deepkin, just stay away from the rivers.
Just don't be in
Yeah, that's
water.
fair.
So I'm going to choose Idonet Deepkin.
No Riverside property for you.
Yep.
No Beachside property. All right, what Patreon goal do we have to hit for you to buy a Warlord Titan?
I can make another level.
Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier Pi, Tier Warlord Titan.
Look, if somebody donates us enough money to be able to purchase one, we'll buy one.
And
There
and
you
I
go.
will
I
spend...
mean, we don't have to pay any money for it.
We'll
like,
spend your money to buy you a Warlord Titan. And shit.
Well, no,
Well,
buy
no, no,
us
no,
a Warlord Titan.
Yeah, and I would literally spend them over, like, probably the next 2 months every single day just painting it.
Yeah.
I'd be such a fucking baller.
Because
model to
I wouldn't trust any of y'all to paint it.
Wow.
have.
You can do base coats.
I understand. I don't like painting. I'm horrible at it. You made the right decision.
I think it's because you've only ever painted Space Marines.
No, I've done
Some
Tyranids.
Tyranids?
I've done Tyranids.
What do you think it would take to paint a Warlord Titan? Because
I'll tell you one thing. Fucking airbrushing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because inside is just, it's all just like,
You don't do the
Gray
inside.
or-
There-
yeah.
there's no reason to do the inside.
Exactly.
If you're not going to see it, don't paint it.
yeah.
When do you think we'll get Shadow Elves? Oh man, hopefully next edition.
Yeah. that'd be
Hopefully
nice.
next edition, honestly, 2 years from now.
Yeah, probably. If you were to play D&D, who would make the edgiest character?
Philip.
Philip. Mr. I only play Mr. I only play rogues.
Okay, to be fair, I play rogues because I like dex builds, not because I'm an edgy character.
The two go hand in hand, though.
They really don't, because usually the people I play are they're usually either pretty laid back or they're pretty jovial.
Next question. What is or was by far your favorite
Look, my
moment?
rogues come from stable families.
What is or was your favorite moment in a game of 40k or AOS?
I think my favorite moment, it's two. I was playing against Jay, and it's the same game. The first game, turn one, I almost bodied, shit.
Neferata, I think.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I almost said Cetra, but I knew that wasn't right. I almost wiped Neferata off the board turn one. And then same game, like 3 turns later, he's basically tabled me. I have 2 units left surviving on 5-up wards, and I'm making all of my ward saves, and Jay is just losing his shit.
Like, why won't you die?
Yeah, exactly.
So for 40k, it was against Wes. And it was my Necrons versus his Death Guard. And he kept on making all of his wards,
you
and
kept
I kept
making
on
all your
resurrecting
resurrection
all my
protocol.
Necrons. But
It was a slow game.
we chose to continue without the turn counter, and we're just going to see who
We're
actually.
just gonna find out.
There's like 5 Necrons left versus 1 Death Guard model. For Age of Sigmar, I played against Sam, and we were starting the game, and about 30 minutes in, we decided we're not even playing the objectives. Because he ran Archeon.
Let's just beat the shit out of each other.
He ran Archeon up against all of my Snake Ladies, and we're just like, I guess this is my objective now, just to kill this man.
Archeon.
I did kill him, and I think I won that match.
Oh wow, that's something.
Yeah.
I don't have an AOS one because I don't really play AOS. Like I know how to play it, but I just don't. my favorite 40k one was my 4,000 points of. I have two. They're on there because they're at the same level. First one was it was a 2,000 point game of my Corn Demons versus Mitchell's Thousand Suns. That was a fucking game. It was basically me and Mitchell taking turns having aneurystic fits because like psychic shit wouldn't work properly and he couldn't kill me and he kept not dying by getting slapped.
Yep.
That was fun. My second one was when
Did I leave like 5 o'clock in the morning to go back home?
It was late.
Yeah.
And then the second
I'm the king of I want to sleep in my bed and I do not care where I am in the state. I will drive
I want to
home.
sleep in my bed. Other one was when I used all of my Corn Demons, which was like 4,000 points versus Wes's Orcs, and it was the biggest fucking slap fest I've ever fucking seen.
That was fun to.
That was the biggest slap fest because he started by doing a flying Ed-butt into my fucking shit and gave like 9 of my fucking units mortal wounds, and then I promptly bloodletter bombed his back line and killed like one of his fucking one of his buggies or one of his shamans, and I killed another one of his fucking like. Well, I think I killed his warlord, and yeah, it was a wet noodle contest, not because we weren't hurting him, because we were hurting each other so much that it almost didn't matter.
Yeah. And
like we both fucked up the game. Like he had his weird. I was like, don't bring psychic because I'm Corn, I'll deny. And he's like, bro, my weird boy's doing the thing where like I get psychic add to my rolls based on fucking how many orcs are nearby. So his weird boy was rolling like 26 on dice for fucking psychic tests, but he forgot the rule that if it's over 12, his shaman like dies or something like that. So, like, he had an undeniable shaman who was slapping my shit and doing a bunch of the jumps, and I just had bloodletters fucking everywhere, and it was such a slap fest. I loved it. All right. Next question. Have you guys been playing the hit game Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures?
Yes.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Moving on. Besides AOS and 40K, what are your favorite fantasy and sci-fi settings? Halo for sci-fi, and for fantasy, Elder Scrolls.
Game of Thrones. I honestly love the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. Truly love it. Yeah. Sci-fi. Sci-fi is Destiny.
Yeah, this is good. I get it. Phil?
Give me a second.
He's dealing with hiccups.
Yeah. And his hiccups are deadly.
Halo for sci-fi.
Brother.
For fantasy...
Like none of us. Oh, yeah, I've got another. They said besides 40K and AOS. Gotcha. I forgot about that.
For fantasy... Wheel of Time.
I'm really surprised you didn't do one of the Brandon Sanderson series.
That's a weird version of fantasy.
Okay, no. I like the Cosmere. But, like, Robert Jordan's kind of what got me into, like...
It's understandable, yeah.
The really just different fantasy.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to revise my sci-fi one. I love Halo, but the world of Altered Carbon.
Oh, man, that's
sci-fi.
good, too. That's good, too.
Altered Carbon. Fuck, yeah.
So yeah, probably Halo. And then I could go with the Cosmere, but like Robert Jordan holds a special place in my heart.
I got you.
Actually, no, I take it back. I'm definitely gonna go with the Cosmere because the whole point of the funny thing about it is Robert Jordan actually didn't like how he structured the Wheel of Time, but he couldn't find a better metaphor for it. Because the whole thing about the Wheel of Time is that the cycle of like good versus evil keeps repeating over and over and over again, hence the wheel. But Robert Jordan himself didn't actually like that. But he couldn't find a better metaphor for his story, so he made it work.
It was the best thing he had, yeah.
Yeah. Because his whole point was that like history does repeat itself, and so good men in order to be a good person, you have to like try to be good. You can't just sit aside and say like, well, I'm not doing evil.
You can't do the whole like the only thing evil needs to flourish is when good men do nothing. Like you have to be active.
Yeah. So that was kind of part of it. And but yeah, there's an interview with him where he's straight up like, yeah, I don't like the whole cyclical time thing, like everything repeats itself, but it did lend itself to the story really well, so I used it. Because the whole thing about the Wheel of Time is that the Wheel of Time draws upon a bunch of different like religious beliefs and things like that.
Right. Reincarnation, things like that.
Yeah, and so there's a big point in the book is where the main character goes and sits on top of a mountain, and he's trying to figure out because he is destined to die. And so he's trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is the point of me doing all this good if all it means is that I'm going to die anyway? And, like, do the ends justify the means? Like, if I do, like, heinously fucked up shit, but I get the result of beating the bad guy.
Am I still a good person?
Yeah. And so he's, like, trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is the point of all of this shit that I'm going through? And he has this moment of clarity, and he literally views all of his past lives. Because in the Wheel of Time, there is reincarnation. And he literally has a moment of clarity where he views all of his past lives. And he's basically like, oh, the reason that we continue to exist and we continue to strive and we continue to try is for love. Mm-hmm. Because that's that's like his character's motivation throughout every single one of his lives. All the different times that he's lived and what he's seen and what he's done. He realizes that he always does it for those he loves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't want to say point blank that if I could say 40k in AOS, I would. Because I fucking love that shit.
Man, you could have just said Warhammer Fantasy.
It's kind of a cop-out, though.
It really is.
I could have.
Yeah.
Next question. Would you like God Beast models? Oh my fucking Christ, yes.
Even if they were just character models.
Even if they just to like, know what they look like definitively.
Yeah. I would love them to be a random model that you had, like, scatter dice.
That'd be cool. Or, like, okay, could you imagine, like, using God Beast as, what do they call it when you like use the models in like a 3D like picture?
Oh, yeah, when you like a display.
Diorama.
A diorama. Like God Beast and dioramas would be fucking baller.
Yeah, that's.
Could you imagine doing a Volcatrix and Grimnir fight diorama, bruh? Next question. Not really a question, but I just wanted to say what a lovely community you guys have made. Keep it up.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Wait, is that the end?
No.
Fuck.
Odin the Dank Git. Thanks, man. Next question. Which Chaos God would you most want to be a Demon Prince for? We kind of answered this question already.
Yeah, a little bit.
Next question. Following up with an actual question. What is the strongest
Actually,
army?
no. Demon Prince? Slaanesh.
Yeah, that is.
Man, I kind of have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
What is the strongest army in AOS tabletop currently without the new Journal's Handbook rules?
We're gonna have to say ButterDog. We don't follow the meta.
Yeah.
I have not played a game in the past 2 months, and the new General Handbook is out.
We also don't play at the competitive level, so we really can't comment.
Why? Next question. Why don't you guys like Sons of Bahamut? We've answered this question.
No, we kind of haven't.
Why don't you guys like the Sons of Bahamut?
Not in this podcast.
We literally talked about why we don't like them.
Or, well, not in this episode, sorry.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
When we talked about what would have to happen to make them likable, we said diversity, because their lack of diversity is what makes them miserable to play against. That's why we don't like them.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Next one.
These hiccups are killing me.
No, you're good, homie. I get it. Next question. What's your guys' comfort food?
Beef stroganoff.
Egg in a hole.
Beans and rice.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Moving on.
Yep.
In 4th edition, wasn't Slaanesh escaping? What would you want it to be focused on?
Ulgu.
Shadow Elves.
Yep. So 1.0 was Realm Gate Wars. 2.0 was everything with Nagash. What was 3.0? What has 3.0 been about, and can a future episode be about it?
So 3.0.
Kind of Dawnbreaker Crusades.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
That's kind of like the overarching thing, but what it's been about is the pure, really, it's just been about Gur.
Destruction.
Yeah.
And the pure destruction and trying to tame the wild. That's what 3.0 is.
Yeah. It's been destruction. But we'll probably make an episode about it. But yeah, we'll see. Next question. What do you think will happen next in 40k? Will the Golden Throne fail or something? What do you want to happen next?
So the Golden Throne is failing. What's going to happen next is the Emperor is going to, like, make his reappearance.
There's literally no way that the Golden Throne can fail without the Emperor surviving in some way, shape, or form. Because if he dies, the Astronomicon goes out and the Imperium dies.
The Astronomicon is failing. The Golden Throne is working.
They're going to find a way to fix it, because if it fails and there isn't a way to replace it or fix it, the Imperium dies, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's probably going to involve the Emperor waking up in some capacity. What do I want to happen next? I really want the deer to try and eat Terra and wake up the Emperor. I would love that happen.
That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good one. I don't want anything. What I really want to
I want
happen.
Corvus to kill Lorgar.
I would love there to be a new like bad guy, and it's from the stars. That's the way out.
The Scourge Stars.
The Scourge Stars.
Yeah. So like.
Cthulhu.
You mean Cthulhu?
I want
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yep. 40k Cthulhu. Oh my god, we can get Cthulhu in power armor.
Yes.
You've been threatening me with that since the first time we played D&D together.
I can finally make it a reality. Next episode. Have you ever thought about doing a fantasy episode? Yeah, I thought about it.
I mean, you can make the argument that the Sigmar episode was.
Yeah,
a fantasy
we
episode.
talk about fantasy a lot. I don't know if we'll do a full-blown episode on it, but like we involve it in so many of our episodes. I don't think we need to. But have I thought about it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we have in a fantasy episode. Godric Part 1.
Yeah. So 2, we've done 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question. If Karl Franz was transported into Lord of the Rings and after getting past any shock or panic, how well would he do?
Does he have?
Does he have Galmaraz?
Yeah.
Does Galmaraz retain its powers, and does he have it? If
Let's assume yes.
yes, I think he would 1v1 Sauron.
Yeah.
I think he would see great evil and be like, this shit has to end.
Yeah.
And
He's
also-
going there.
no.
He's like, I got my mallet and I'm about to tear
And
down.
also
his
100%.
wall."
He would 1v1 Sauron.
I was just saying he would also bring
And-
glorious feathered hat German drip to Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Yeah. He would 1v1 Sauron, but then like it gets weird because you also have to question like would the
Would he like rule Gondor, or like how that like would he like try to take power? Or would he just be like fuck it, I'm a vibe, or would he just start his own empire?
yeah. Honest to God, I could see him taking over Mordor.
And, like,
repopulating Mordor
and, like,
for men.
unfucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to be a land of men.
Yeah, I could see that. Next question: how would you change the Space Wolves? I wouldn't.
Yeah. No.
I would make it where they could have successor chapters.
I would
'cause I feel
change-
like
no,
that
no,
would be neat.
They have a successor chapter.
I would change one thing. Get rid of all the wolf names.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But then they wouldn't be memeable.
That's fair.
Wolf, 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 wolf. Next question: if GW released more destruction armies, what would they be?
Actual gobos. Or no, wait, no. Gloomspite gets his already its own faction.
So Mitchell wants Drug. I just want gigantic, semi-intelligent gorillas.
Yeah. Yeah, dragon ogres.
Dragon ogres.
No, dragon ogres
No,
are beasts of chaos.
Those are chaos.
Drugruth is different.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Drugruth is what is Kragnos
Yeah.
is. And I would actually love to see an army just of like those centaurs.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I know. You know what? Beasts of Gur. I would love the Beasts of Gur, like the Beasts of Chaos, Beasts of Gur.
That also kind of blends into what we were talking about a while back about a new faction.
for the Bahamut.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't mean like the big beefies. I mean like beasts in general, like boars and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
All like make a bunch of cool beasts and shit. I think that'd be
That'd
fun.
be pretty neat, yeah.
It could be like an orc sub faction, and basically it'd kind of be like the orcs in 40k that are all about like taming squigs and shit.
Yeah.
It could be just like the Beasts of Gur. I think that'd be pretty cool. Next question: is Cardon or Skaven science more advanced? Follow up: how do they compare to Seraphon tech?
Seraphon really
actual science, the Caradons are going to be top dog.
Yeah.
Just kind of period.
For dumb shit head ass science, Skaven all the way.
Yeah.
Like it depends. How often do you want your science experiments to succeed?
Yeah. Like actual science is going to be the Caradons. Just like dumb shit pseudoscience, it's going to be the rats.
And like Seraphon don't really have science; they have stupid fucking magic.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that they would compare.
Yeah, no, it's not really the same.
Next question: what were you guys going to call the podcast at first? Lorecast. That was the first thing we came up with.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was not.
We spitballed a while, but like the first time we were like, "Oh man, that sounds good." It's that one was Lorecast.
The one that I liked first was Loregate.
Was Loregate?
Yeah.
I don't
Because it
remember
was a
that.
play on the Realm Gate.
Realm Gate. Yeah. Who came up with Lorecast? Was that me?
That was me.
That was you.
That was me.
Nice. Yeah. We ended up really liking Lorecast journals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty early on in the conversation that we came up with Lorecast.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
we were thinking of doing Loregate, but we weren't entirely sure. Then Phil was like Lorecast journals. We were like that one right there.
Yeah.
Like, that one sang to us.
Yeah, it was within the first like week or two that we seriously started considering this that I came up with that.
Next question: What would you name your 40K podcast if you ever made one? Not saying you will, but just wondering. Oh, we have a name.
Well,
No.
we have a name. We can't actually
We
say
do?
it. We can't say it because we don't want people to take it.
Yeah, we have a name,
Yeah.
and that's all we're gonna say.
I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't remember.
You
You
were-
can tell me later.
You were not part of that conversation.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go. That's why I don't know it.
All right. Next question is, why don't you do regular hobby nights at VC? Because we suck.
Okay.
Also, at the time that we tried that, we were all busy the day after, and it just kind of fell.
So
out.
we're sorry. Like we really do. Like we do try to do it on.
I'm
like,
gonna try
the
to be more
weekends,
active for doing hobby nights because I just got a new desk
but
today, and
it
like, there's more
has to be.
space, and I can hobby at my desk now.
For me, it has to be a weekday, and
Yeah.
then again.
Yeah, Mitchell. The issue right now is that Mitchell is swamped at work.
It's literally to the point because all I do is write reports.
Mitchell comes home and cries.
That's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like, I call Mitchell. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm taking a nap." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Like because I'm dead inside." And I'm like, "That tracks. Have fun watching anime and being depressed."
And it's not. It's really just I'm constantly tired and brain dead because of work. So I'm sorry. I'm trying.
We suck. That's what it is. Like I said, I got a new desk. It's a lot bigger than my old one, so I'm trying to carve out a space for hobbying so I can actually do hobby night at my computer because I have the space now. But we need to just. The problem is we're trying to lock down a day, and realistically with our schedules, the days are going to have to be fluid. But that's something we're going to talk about Patreon stuff wise later.
And
on.
for me, it cannot be weekends. It just cannot.
Like me and Phil might pick up a Sunday, but like us being able to nail down a day is going to be hard. So it's something we're going to talk about basically. Yeah. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, is the hobby night stuff is just we're gonna figure it out, and that's kind of what we got for you. All right. Next question. Where do you guys realistically see the hobby going in the next 5 to 10 years? That's too far.
Yeah, we can't really say.
Like we have ideas, but like it's just
It's been here for 40 years and it'll stay here for
that's
the
a
next
real
40.
vague question, and there's no real way. Like it's too much. Will Warhammer ever break into the mainstream more than it is now? I'd say it's pretty fucking.
Yeah, it's pretty mainstream.
Like,
Like,
it's
Henry Cavill. Like
Yeah, like it's. I think it's good where it is. Let's see. Next question. What do you guys think about the results from the Battle of Ulgrim? I think Ned's one. I'm happy about it because those releases were spicy as fuck.
Yeah. I'm not currently up to date on the most current lore, so I really can't comment.
Yeah, it's the Leviathan box thing essentially.
Gotcha.
All right. Next question. Nope. Do you? Oh, by the way, it's getting fucking late, so we're gonna start kind of asking some questions that just aren't good.
We've been at this for over maybe 6 hours now.
We're sorry if some of your questions get skipped. It's just late, and we want to get this out to y'all tonight.
Yeah.
So
It's not going to be tonight.
or
Anyway,
we want to get
soon.
it done tonight.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
Next
And
question.
Philip, Taco Bell is currently fighting Philip.
Next question is going to be: do you have any third-party sellers for models and stuff that you recommend? I love Heresy Labs personally. I don't, but I thought Mitchell might.
Creature Caster.
Really? And you just go on My Mini Factory and just go let's just type something.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Doot. Let's go with.
I'll start. How's Conquest going?
Yeah, how's Conquest?
We-
Yeah, that was my next one. How's Conquest going?
Yeah. It's going.
it's
I'm
going.
really enjoying building the models. We just need someone to play with now.
Yeah, that's
Or
kind of
I need-
I need to take a trip to Austin.
Forming a
I've
play
been
group.
I've been unable to take a trip to Austin to buy models.
Yeah.
All right, next question is gonna be. Nope, isn't that one? Will Phil ever be active in the Discord? Probably not. What are some common fantasy tropes that you guys like or dislike?
That's a difficult one.
That's a hard one. Yeah. That's
a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a really hard. It's a good question, but like,
I like dark fantasy, or light. No? Is it dark or light? What is Game of Thrones fantasy?
dark fantasy.
I
dark
really like
fantasy.
dark fantasy a lot.
that's also not. I think it's. Is that high fantasy or low fantasy?
Age of
Low.
Sigmar is high fantasy.
Yeah.
Game of
Ice
Thrones
and Fire is low.
Is low, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like dark low fantasy essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common tropes. I don't like super cliched shit, which I know like is kind of what we
I
asking, but
love-
like the whole like hero kills the dragon type shit. a little overused for
I
me.
always love exploring new pantheons of the low fantasy.
Yeah, God's own. That's always pretty fucking cool. Next question is kind of the same. It says, what are some common sci-fi tropes you guys like and dislike?
Seriously, I know yours.
Oh, please enlighten.
You fucking love it when humanity's just like, I will fucking nuke myself
Yeah,
in order to make sure that we don't, you don't get our shit.
One of my favorite sci-fi tropes is basically aliens being like, we're gonna fuck up humans. Humans are like, no one fucks us up more than we do. And the aliens are like, oh god, maybe not.
Yeah. I've been reading some stuff online recently where basically it's just like, oh yeah, humanity, they're like this barbaric new race, like, oh yeah, they don't really mean very much. And then they start seeing humanity fight and they're like, oh no, humanity, like the reason they managed to get onto the galactic scale is because humanity doesn't fucking quit.
Yeah. We
Like, oh, you pissed off humanity, congratulations, prepared to like not exist.
Yeah. Mitchell?
For sci-fi?
Yeah, sci-fi tropes you like or dislike.
I love it when humanity has no clue what they're doing.
Yeah, that's fun. That one's fun too.
Listen, what is it? The military doctrine? You don't know what the American military is doing if the American military doesn't know what the American military is doing.
Yeah.
As far as tropes that I don't like,
Where humanity knows what they're doing.
yeah, I don't like humanity ascendant shit. Not because like I think that's bad. It just gets kind of samey.
Yeah.
Like I like Mass Effect because like humanity is really powerful, but like also kind of so is everyone else.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite things about Destiny was like, yeah, it was called, like they called an army the Darkness, and they're like, no, they're actually called the Witness.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
But like they learn and they put that in the lore.
Yeah.
And they didn't know automatically. And they don't know why the Traveler here is either.
Yeah.
And
He just kind of is, yeah. The mysteriousness of it is nice.
Yeah.
Next question we've already answered, which is why is Mitchell called Birdman. We've answered that one. We've already answered that one. Okay, this is a good one. What is something completely, totally unique to Warhammer? It can be fantasy, AOS, or 40k.
Green orcs.
Really?
Yeah. Warhammer's the reason that
man.
orcs are green.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's wild.
Because before that, it was Tolkien orcs.
Which
were just like grimy, dirty.
Grimy and dirty.
Yeah.
I think like the super high armored super soldier. Like the really beefy armored super soldier.
No.
40k.
No.
Marines. No.
That one actually predates Dune. There's a literal book called Space Marine that talks about being armored, and also Starship Troopers.
They weren't super heavily
book.
armored though.
Yes.
Oh, the book. Oh no, you're right. The book they were. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
And
you're
powered
right.
armor is the big thing.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you're right.
I believe it's there. I believe the book is called Space Marine. That's the OG like powered armor things like that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, the orcs. That's cool. Let's go on to the next question. I cannot read that, bud.
Oh, how did you get your cats? Really?
I skipped. I skipped past that. The only cat. So my two first cats were given to me, one by roommate, one by my girlfriend's parents, because I couldn't keep them for various reasons. The rest of them are strays that I picked up.
Hephaestus was found on the side of a road.
I found Hephaestus, or Jess found Hephaestus.
Lotta was given to me by a old coworker.
Yeah.
Freya was found in someone's engine block.
Yeah, and then was given to Jacob, and then Jacob gave her to me.
But yeah, the majority of them are strays because I have a problem with like animals suffering because
And
humans can't
we
take care of them.
we only ever have cats.
Yeah.
So
All right, next question. Oh, would you want a story about an uprising on a planet that isn't chaos, cold, or gene stealers? Yes, that'd be very refreshing.
Yeah, that does actually happen occasionally.
I would
It'd
love to
be
see
a
a
nice
Tau
story.
one, like how a Tau one would happen. I think that'd be cool. Where,
yeah,
like, the Tau like talk a planet into joining
Yeah,
them.
no, literally, what do the Tau call them? Guela?
Guela, or what humans called, yeah.
Gavesa.
Yes, Guevesa. Yeah, that's the humans that serve the Tau.
Yeah. I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
Why do free guild handgunners have monkeys? I don't fucking know, but I want them.
Yep.
Next question. Why don't more factions have more monkeys? Because they'd be too powerful.
Yep.
Well, the next question is going to be: what army would you recommend to new players that isn't Stormcast Eternals?
Oh, that's kind of a bad move because the whole point of recommending a new army is recommending an army that's simple, and it's kind of hard to get more simple than Stormcast.
Like that is the big one. I would say maybe Fire
Actually,
Slayers. Cause
Fire Slayers is by far the simplest.
Yeah.
Like flesh tones are a bitch, but fire are like run up and smack.
Daughters
So, like,
of Cain is very difficult to build a bad list for.
But there's a lot of rules you got to track.
Actually, not really.
I would say personally, if it wasn't Stormcast, it'd be Fire Slayers.
If honest, okay, best
what
one.
I like about what I like about Stormcast
Iron
is
Jaws.
that you can build a small list for yourself and then work from that. Also, Iron Jaws, I kind of see where you're coming
It's
from.
the simplest. It's just run up and hit things.
Yeah.
You got 5 things to track, and that's about it.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Tell us your unconfirmed conspiracy theories in AOS. Mine's simple. I already talked about it.
Yeah, we kind of already covered this.
Hamilcar is Sigmar.
Yeah, we kind of already covered this. Moving on.
All right. What is your favorite gun? That's a YouTube question. He doesn't say any, like, he just says gun. I don't know what context.
Bolter.
Bolter.
I'm going to go 40k and say Bolter.
Yeah.
Or, Volkite.
Mitchell?
They're all pretty.
Melta. Merch when? It's a good fucking question.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Which one of you is the biggest bad bitch? Fuck off, Norky. Okay, seeing as podcasts or audio media and teaching the game is better done visually, what tips do you have for being prepared for game day, be it at the LGS or a full day tournament?
Bring
Know
your
your
book.
fucking rules.
Yeah. Bring your book, but also know your rules ahead of time.
I would say cue card, or like flashcards would be a good way. If you can't bring your book, but you like want to have some like tips and shit.
Sorry, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, bring flashcards with like your big faction rules on them.
Yeah. Like, nobody's going to make fun of you for having a piece of paper that states, like, what your army does.
Yeah.
This is kind of weird, but practice moving models. Because when you have a 2,000-point game or whatever, a lot of models, moving lots of models, you have to be really precise, especially in tournaments, and like you need to be able to like.
You actually don't need to be as precise as you think you do.
What's more just like when you're like 1, 2,
Oh, movement trays.
3. Like have movement trays or be able to move your shit quickly and not hold the game up.
Yeah.
Hydrate yourself constantly. It's a sweatier game than you think it is. Anything else?
Know your rule. Make sure you bring dice and measuring tape.
Shower.
Yes.
Shower,
Okay, and
yeah.
that's
Deodorant.
and that's not us being like, oh, that guy. That's me being like, it was a tournament. You're gonna be in a room filled with sweaty motherfuckers playing game and standing for God knows how long and sweating because they're stressed. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people who don't smell good. Just make sure you're one of them. Just because, like, it just
Make sure you aren't one of them.
Make sure you aren't one of them.
Yeah.
Just because, like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be stuck in a room with a bunch of people and like it can just start smelling like ass.
Yeah.
Smash or pass the Primarchs. Yeah, let's not.
Later.
You
Later.
don't have to read every single one.
I just find it funny. Have you ever played Path to Glory? If yes, which army did you play? How did it go?
That's
I have
that's the
you-
equivalent to Crusade. We haven't done a Path to Glory yet. We
Yeah.
would like to, but we haven't.
No, we really haven't. That's really it.
If you wouldn't do a podcast about AOS, what podcast would you do, excluding the easy picks of 40k and MTG?
Wow, what a bitch. That's kind of like our other two big interests.
There's a gathering. God
you,
damn
dude.
it. Honestly, me and Sean's been wanting to start up a podcast. And he's been asking if I'd be a part of it.
Yeah.
Just to help him out. It's I'm not going to go super in detail because that's more of his shtick, but it's more of a generalized fantasy thing. So like I would say like generalized fantasy where you just kind of do episodes about like different types of fantasy. Like
If it wasn't about this, I'd
IPs.
probably do a more generalized sci-fi.
Yeah. Mitchell, is this
This
your
is
one?
what he wants
Is
to
this
do.
your one true love?
It's not my one true love, but it's... I like the idea that I'm able to stay very focused with this. To do something generalized, I would get lost.
That's fair. That's fair.
And like 40k is something I still truly love. So, Magic the Gathering,
I'd be all over that shit, but someone said I can't. I'm all right. Next question. What is the biggest model in your collection?
Dragons.
Knight.
No, you're right. Yes, Knight. Sorry, I was thinking AOS collection.
No, I mean AOS should be correct, but in general, Knight. For
I
me,
think the Star Drake is mine.
oh man, would it be the Hero font or the Corn Lord of Skulls?
Would you like to see the Star Drake?
Corn.
Because that one's thicker, but I think the Hero font's taller, but the Corn Lord of Skulls
Yeah,
is
but
just
it's like
thicker.
super spindly.
Yeah.
So
The
probably
Corn Lord of
Skulls.
Skulls. Yeah. Mitchell uses
Star Drake.
Star Drake.
Also, yes, I want to see it.
Is the Star Drake bigger than a Gash?
Star Drake Lord.
Yeah, the Star Drake's big.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah,
Jesus,
it's on the
because-
biggest.
because-
It's on the biggest base size.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's on like night size base.
All right, next question.
I think I see it in that white box.
Oh, here's a good one. If GW asked you guys for ideas on how to be better in the public eye, what would you tell them? Damn, that's big.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I fucking love this.
Oh, no, it disappeared.
Oh, no. I'm going to be looking at this for a minute, Mitchell. You might as well sit down.
But yeah, if GW asked you guys for ideas on how to be better in the public eye, what would you tell them?
Ugh, that's a hard question. The easiest answer, roll back the IP stuff.
Roll back the IP stuff.
Yeah.
A little more convoluted, like stop charging models for as much money because they're way more expensive than they need to be, realistically.
Yeah.
Like not like barrel the price, but just 20%.
Well, it's like we were talking about, like
double tax shit.
Double taxes and a higher conversion rate between currencies.
It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Would you say Sigmar trombone Gorka Morka during their fight? Also, hats off to you if you get the reference.
Is it a Tom and Jerry reference?
It's either Tom and Jerry or fucking
Looney Tunes.
Looney
Tunes. That sounds like some Looney Tune shit.
Yeah.
No. There's one that I'm thinking of. American Pie, I think. I think I'm thinking of an American Pie reference.
But if you're asking if Sigmar beat Gorka Morka, they tied. Really.
Yeah.
I guess Sigmar technically won because he trapped Gorka Morka and Amber, I think.
I don't remember.
But
anyway,
I'd say it's more of a tie.
On.
Next question is...
Fuck, this looks so good.
If every faction from AOS had a full-out battle, who do you think would be the last one standing? I think we kind of answered this one already. With who would win at full power. We kind of already answered that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, can any of the dead rebel against Nagash?
No.
Well, only one. Cetra.
Fair. All right, next question gonna be: if you could pick a new god avatar / godlike equivalent for each order, who would it be?
Wait, you mean for each alliance?
I would just say, let's dumb it down and just say who would be the next god character you'd create, like you would pick to come out.
Oh.
Grungy / Valea.
Yeah, New Dwarf.
Yeah.
Can you extend the Q&A thing? God, no. All right, next question is, what made you guys decide to make the podcast? Oh, yeah, all the new guys probably haven't heard the story of me and Mitchell having a conniption over Malekith.
Yeah.
Basically, me and Mitchell were driving back to Bastrop from Brian. We were trying to look up Age of Sigmar lore. We couldn't figure out where the fuck Malekith was, but we knew he was alive. Me and him got really pissed about it, and we basically made this podcast out of spite. That's right. You're basically all of our spite children.
And that is a fact.
Hashtag Malekith. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mitchell, what kind of podcast is this?
It's an Age of Sigmar podcast.
Next question is Space Marines versus Sigmarines. Space Marines.
Yeah.
Space Marines.
100%.
Space Marines.
Next question is, do you think the existence of previous characters being brought into the setting stops GW from making original characters?
No.
Honestly,
That's hard. Not fully, but I think kinda.
It hinders.
What's the focus?
It hinders the process, as meaning.
Well, the issue that I see it is less of whether new characters hinder it and more scope. Because the issue is that if you want to focus on all the gods who are all old characters, then it's you're not going to create new characters because you don't exactly just create new gods at the drop of a hat. But if you create new stories that are on more the human level, then you can definitely create new characters.
Really, it just postpones it a little bit. That's it.
Yeah. But just every time you write a story about, what the shit Sigmar's doing, that's a story you're not writing about,
what someone else can do.
Knave Black Talon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say it splits our focus a little bit, but nothing in a way that really halts the process.
Yeah, no.
Next question is, do you guys know where I might be able to find Dark Heresy or Rogue Trader books? They're not in print anymore. They're expensive as shit. Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
You can find them.
We're not telling you that you should go pirate things from online, but like that's probably the only place you're going to reliably
If
find
you're
them.
to do it while our backs were turned, I mean,
Yeah.
you can still find them on eBay and Amazon, but like
4chan has like a link.
Let's put it this way.
getting OG Dark Heresy, like the OG Dark Heresy book, is like $120. Black Crusade's even more so.
Let's put it this way. I walked into a shop and I was like broke as shit. I walked into a game shop while I was going to visit a friend. Looked down, saw a Black Crusade book with the OG sticker price of $60 on it, and I picked that book up. It broke me for the rest of the month, but I picked that bitch up because literally nowhere else would you be able to find them for $60 still.
On the low end, Phil got that for half off. On the high end, Phil got that for like a fourth the price.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you try and find because it was brand new.
Yeah, no,
it was like it was still in the
plastic. That
plastic
was a
wrap.
fucking steal.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Have you guys considered doing a small branch off podcast for your tabletop RPG shenanigans?
No.
Not really.
Not really. That might be something that comes later, but right now, no.
Yeah. That kind of circles back to the whole, like, if you give us more money, we can do this as a job.
A little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Should we send more money to the Patreon? Well,
We appreciate it.
you know,
Anyway.
moving on. Do you think it's wild that when people make functioning computers in Minecraft? Okay, I said that question because, like, yes, it blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Do you think doing this podcast helped you?
Yeah.
Like, as a hobbyist, I would say yeah. Knowledgeable, like, yeah. I think
It makes
has.
me something responsible for.
This is Mitchell's baby. That's what it is.
Um,
Mitchell's baby runs at a disk space. All right, next question. Okay, I gotta ask this one because, like, a little bit of, like, ego here. Why are the three of you such sexy individuals? What is your secret?
Earl Grey tea.
Self-hatred.
That's a good question.
Nice reference. For you, I'd say it's the beard. It's nice,
Probably.
delicious.
Dude, your hair does so much for you.
I am a flaming pile of dumpster garbage, so, like, you know, fucking who knows.
Yeah. But also, like, you've
Don't
already got
fucking
yourself a
agree.
girlfriend.
You said it.
Bitch. I'm allowed to self-deprecate. Don't deprecate on my behalf.
No, we're just agreeing with your deprecation.
All right. What's the next one?
Next question is... Okay, no, I want to ask this one. Oh, how would Xenomorphs do in 40K, and how would the Predator race do in 40K?
Okay. Xenomorphs, they could probably manage, like, a planet, but then, like, exterminate us.
If they're in the Imperium, they'd be fucked. If they're on, like, Tau, maybe a little different. Predators would probably do better because, like Phil mentioned earlier, they have the ability to just fuck off.
Yeah, they can just fuck off into space because they're pretty spacefaring and space-based race, so they can kind of just fuck off and do whatever they want as long as they aren't, like, you know, raiding the Drukhari or shit like that. Like,
They should be fine. Next question. Has it hit... Oh, Mitchell, do you have any comment on the Xenomorph Predator shit?
Nope.
Next question. Has it hit you guys yet that you might have one of the biggest AOS podcasts?
No.
No.
A little bit, but I try to think about it because it gives me panic attacks.
Yeah.
There's so
No,
fucking,
it'll hit me.
There's so
when,
many
like,
of you.
It'll hit me when, like, you know.
We go to like a Adepticon and people go like, "Oh my god!" And I'm
You
like,
start recognizing, and then it's like,
I'm just trying to walk here.
We had like three
No.
people recognize at LVO. Me, Mitchell, and Phil basically had panic attacks every single time. So
Yeah. No, like, what freaked me the fuck out was whenever, oh, shit.
That terrain. The terrain
yeah, the
booth.
terrain people. Titan.
Tabletop Titans.
Tabletop Titans. When one of them was like, "Oh yeah, I was actually hoping to meet like the Lorecast Eternal people. I heard they were gonna be here," and I'm standing there and I'm like, "Holy shit! What? A booth vendor at LVO knows
wild.
who the fuck we are."
I think she's actually in the Discord. She's just kind of quiet.
Yeah.
But like, it's funny because like they're they're fans of us, but we turn to fanboys every time we see them because it just makes us happy.
Yeah.
But we also get like horrific amounts of anxiety because we're like, oh, what if we fuck it up?
Yeah. What if we fail to impress these people?
Right.
It's easy to act normal in front of us, but it's difficult to act normal in front of other people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Next question.
Fuck off! I am not Jacob. Stop it.
Give me your feet. Give me your feet.
There you go.
So far, all the new Dawnbringer units have been human and one ogre. Is there any hope for Durden or elf units? God, I hope so.
There's the hope. There's the dream. Honestly, probably not.
You good there, Phil?
Okay.
What is your guys' favorite AOS Old World or 40k race that GW stopped caring about? They've brought a bunch of them
40K?
back.
Legion of the Damned.
Yeah.
Or the Lost and the Damned, either or.
Yeah.
AOS.
Bretonia and or Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
Because they're not in AOS at fucking all, and
Or just like OG dwarves. Because they technically still carry them, but like
or
not
Chaos Dwarves, because they were pretty cool.
really. Well, no, Chaos Dwarves never had a line.
In
No,
fantasy,
they
in
did.
fantasy, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah,
not for very long, but like they had funny
Then, yeah,
hats. They
Chaos
had
Dwarves.
funny hats, and I loved it.
Dude, I went back and rewatched Okoi's Blunderbuss video,
Oh yeah.
and like the whole thing where he has a mod in there that increases their hat length by 300%. That was funny.
That's pretty great.
That was pretty funny.
Have you ever done a deep,
Dibba-dome.
have you Doug dibba Doug Doug dibba dome dibba dome Doug? Yeah, that fucking great. Have you ever done a deep dive into Elder Scrolls lore? Some of it is pretty cool. God, I'd
Oh,
love to, but
God.
Elder Scrolls lore is actually pretty fucking convoluted.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot of it.
that's like some
No.
dark.
At
Souls
one point in
level
time,
shit.
there's an Autobot in there, basically.
Yeah.
Ural, I think Septum Ural, whatever the fuck his name is, has like a gigantic robot, does dumb shit. Like, yeah. Next question is gonna be, why does Yndrasta have bird wings instead of the standard mechanical metal wings?
That's a good question.
Sigmar bullshit, question mark?
I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I'm probably gonna read that up later because I think Yndrasta has her own book now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably read that.
That's something for us to figure out.
As of right now,
Yeah.
I would say Sigmar bullshit.
Yeah.
Because bird wings are pretty.
Yeah, I think it's partly because she is so special.
All right, here's a really good one. So next question. So we all know 40K has lots of inspiration / stealing / whatever from other sci-fi series and common tropes. What common fantasy tropes does AOS have? Does it have any inspiration from other fantasy series, or is it more original with some common fantasy tropes that are just universal? I would say AOS is blessed to be pretty fucking original. It doesn't steal a whole lot of tropes.
So it can't steal a whole lot of tropes because it wants to be able to copyright.
With all of its shit. But even
Yeah.
still, like, it's a pretty unique setting. Like,
Yeah.
AOS did a pretty good job of being pretty fucking original from the get-go.
Yeah.
So,
And again, that's partly because
The entire point of it was to be original.
yeah, the entire point was so that they could copyright literally everything.
right. And then, and this is Bones of Smite. I'm saying it because he's being nice. Not a real question here, but at the end, and this is the end, there's like 4 more questions left. And-
Oh, hallelujah.
But I do hope you guys read this. I want to say I have loved being a part of this community, and I'm sure many feel the same. Did you ever expect this kind of community to be built?
No, because I didn't
No.
expect. I did not expect to get past 10 episodes.
Didn't expect none of this. Like,
Yeah, no, we planned out our first 10 episodes, and we were kind of like, we're just going to fly by the seat of our pants after that, because, like, we kind of expected to just tank after 10 episodes.
And then it kinda
and then
kept
after
going
10
and going
episodes,
and
it just
going
kept
and
going.
going
We
and
were like,
going
all
and,
right.
like-
And then we hit Pennsylvania.
oh my god.
or Philadelphia.
Yeah. All I'm saying is the wheels
Remember
of the wheels of the
Oh
bus.
yeah, it's just like
we
one.
got like 1,000 people in like an hour. We're like, what the fuck's going on in Philadelphia?
yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is the wheels on the bus go round and round, and we are in fact here, and we have no idea how the fuck
And we're
we got
going
here.
downhill.
Yeah, we're going again.
Yeah, well,
Look,
just-
all I'm saying is we turned on the Tesla, we set it to start driving, then we took a nap, and then we woke up and we figured out that we were no longer in Kansas anymore, and now we're just kind of like, well, we're just going to keep going.
We've basically been listening to "I Am the Highway" by fucking Audio Slave. That's been the entire point of the entire podcast. And then he rounds up.
Carry On My Wayward Son by
Yeah.
Kansas.
Or depending on your take, Highway to Hell.
yes.
And then he rounds it out with saying, "You guys are the best." Thank you. That's very sweet. We appreciate it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. You guys are awesome. We never expected to have the community that we do, and I love you all. It's been a fucking blast, and I can't wait to continue doing it and see how bigger we get.
Yep.
See how much larger. Bigger.
I hate all of you.
words.
You make me read
Hope
things.
you all die.
No, but seriously though,
Like,
thank
Let's
you.
listen to things.
Like from the bottom of our, from the bottom of mine, and I'm assuming the two chuckle fucks over here, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank y'all. A lot.
Yes.
We really mean it.
Thank you a lot.
And give us more money.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, look, if you want more content,
Next.
now you know the price. The
Next,
price is money.
the price is money. Next question is, how much would you pay to have your face be on one of your favorite minis?
I do not want to be.
Very
I
little.
wouldn't. I'm ugly. I don't want any of that shit.
Look, I'll like pay $1, and like if I get it on a mini,
I
like,
got
cool.
you $1.
I don't think I'm bad looking, but I don't want my face to be miniaturized.
Yeah.
Look,
Because
all I'm saying is Bricky had the opportunity to put his face on dice, and instead he put a twerking Amogus. So,
Yeah.
like
That kind of answers your question. All I'm saying is I got my spare couch change for you, Chief.
Yeah.
And Drake, I answered your question. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there. Will you guys ever become VTubers?
you know how expensive it is to become a VTuber?
Oh my god, dude!
I'm
I've
assuming
looked up some of-
horrifically expensive.
Okay, so the thing about it is that those models that they use, they're not just like art. That's all rendered like
Shit. Yeah.
rendered and rigged on top of the art to commission a fully immersive VR model
Like
avatar is like 10 to 20K.
Jesus. Yeah, never.
Yeah.
That, let me rephrase. That's one of those, like, depending on how
Again,
big the Patreon gets.
if you pay us,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'll make myself look like Carl Franz.
Yes.
What Disney
Bro,
princesses would
can I
you
be
guys...
Sigvald?
A fucking
I wanna be
course-
Azazel.
A fucking course you would. You fucking
I want to be pretty.
filthy hedonite. What Disney princess would you guys be?
But a dog.
But a dog with a butter.
Brave.
Brave. Fuck you, butter dog. I honestly don't know. Like I don't know.
I've forgotten all of them. But yeah, moving on.
Fuck you all, Tangled.
I'm forgetting the name,
Leave
but
me alone. Fuck, dude. No, the issue is I don't like most of them because a lot of them are like kind of stupid.
No, that's fair.
Mulan.
Okay, no, like I could get behind Mulan.
Pretty fair. No, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Can I be Eddie Murphy from Mulan? Can I be that Disney princess?
No, I'm gonna be the dragon.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
No. From Shrek.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Philip, that has implications.
Yes, it does. Moving on.
Oh god. Do you rather drive with a manual or automatic?
I honestly prefer driving with the manual.
I've only ever driven automatic. I want to get. Well, there's not much point now. For a while there, I was trying to upgrade to a Class A CDL, and I wanted to get standard certs, but that shit is fucking hard to do not because of like it's difficult, but because genuinely like trying to find the time on a rig to be able to do that is fucking insanely hard.
Yeah.
Not to mention finding the certified people to be able to train you.
Yeah.
Like it's actually incredibly hard. So you might as well just get an automatic anyway. Most shit these days is going automatic, which sucks. But like,
I just love driving as standard. If I'm not in traffic.
yeah.
What happened? The car stalled. Fuck.
Yep.
Flipping all my hazards. I have no preference. Like, I don't really care. Next question. Why do humans fuck like rabbits in mostly every setting?
Because that's basically
It's not
all we
that
got.
they do.
That's all we got. I think that's more of a
We just
a
expand.
commentary on our society more than anything else,
Yeah.
realistically.
Except for Mass Effect. The only time that there was a sentient race that outbred humans.
Look at you, sorry. And what kind of music do they play in the Mortal Realms?
But a dog.
Whatever you would imagine medieval music to be, I would imagine. Or well, like 1500s.
I think the dwarves would have like bagpipes and shit, personally. But realistically, butter dog.
Skaven, they don't listen to music.
There's
and
no point.
Skaven listened to that industrial step.
And for the last
And
question.
last but not least, what the fuck is
What is a what?
read it? I can't.
Mitchell, what?
The emojis.
I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't see it.
Okay, just hand it to him.
The emojis get
What
me.
the fuck is a kilometer?
The emojis get me every time.
I would just like to state that the person who posted this question of what is a kilometer is European. So like
American Eagle,
buddy, I don't know
American
what the
Eagle,
fuck-
American Eagle, American flag, American flag, American flag,
Buddy, I
American
don't know
flag,
what the
American
fuck to
flag,
tell you.
American
Like,
flag.
if you don't know what a kilometer is, we cannot help you. We speak in moon landings per revolution. So like, thank you.
There we go.
Or moon landings per tyranny overthrown.
There we go.
Hang on.
This motherfucker's looking up what a what a kilometer is. No, he's doing better. Yep, there we go.
Oh, that's the
Did y'all not get the reference?
No, I didn't hear the first part. What
No.
the fuck is a
Yeah, no,
kilometer?
I remember that. Yeah,
I have no idea what that is.
It's old internet.
Yeah.
Also, it's hilarious.
Yes.
But
That's
no, it's a
it.
dude with a machine gun going, "What is a kilometer?" while
That's
firing
it.
off the
We're
machine
done.
gun.
That's okay. We skipped questions.
I'm gonna die.
We skipped questions. We're sorry, but like shit got whacked. Philip's dying. It's late.
The Taco Bell is fighting back.
We did the.
And
all
my
I can
God,
say.
the Taco Bell
all
is
I can
winning.
say is we did the majority. Anniversary episode 2. You're fucking welcome. This is gonna get uploaded probably
Tomorrow.
sometime,
I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow. It'll probably be Monday.
some
Yeah.
point in time. There
Yeah.
you go. But
right.
love you
Well,
all. Thanks for coming on this
If
fucking
you've
wild
made it,
ass
if you've
ride.
made it this far, congratulations. You're way more devoted than I am.
Yeah.
To this.
Philip tapped out about 45 minutes ago.
Philip tapped out like an hour ago when the Taco Bell was like, "Yeah, you might be vomiting tonight."
But
And
yeah,
the
we'll-
hiccups were not helping.
we will potentially see you in 2 weeks. We might take a hiatus just because, like, happy little anniversary to us. But Patreon stuff is going to get talked about soon. We will keep you updated out via the Discord about any potential changes.
Yep.
With that being said, good night and good luck.
Good night.
Bye.